I mean, on social media. Some people were commenting on somebody's, program. I saw somebody wrote, you don't see this man. I know he don't even know nothing. Look at how you know. Look at his English. His English is not even correct. So he is not intelligent. Hey, I laugh. Many of our people, many of us think that intelligence is knowing how to speak English, Queen's English, or even. Let me tell you, if Biafra comes, we are going to do what the Jews did. Let me tell you. You know, our leader have spoken on this. Go and Google the father of modern Hebrew. I think his name is Eliezer ben Yehuda. He single-handedly constructed the Hebrew they are speaking today, because Hebrew as a language died. You know, people that were out, people that were scattered all over the world, their language died. Hebrew, old Hebrew was limited or relegated to little.
Before I go out of here.
Sorry. It was, Hebrew was relegated to liturgy. That is only a language of prayer, just like Latin, old Latin. You just recite it, but you don't know anything that is talking. It's just a prayer. So that was how Hebrew was before. Before this man, how? What entered this man? Do you know how? Because of Zionist movement that started in Russia. This man started to say, this is Zionism. How can I contribute? We cannot be talking about Zionism without having a language. So this man went into work as a human being. But today, maybe you are in Israel as a Onyoji, but you are learning Hebrew. You don't know that Hebrew is a work of one person. Eliezer ben Yehuda. He changed his name. I think he was from one part of Soviet Union. If not Russia, I don't think it's main Russia, but it was part of Soviet Union before. He started researching using the liturgy, all the scripture, the holy books, their Torah. Started learning things in, any word he can get. Now he started mixing word, putting. History puts it that this man, in order to start, because charity starts at home, in order to prevent his children, his wife, his whole family from hearing another language, he locked them inside. All are always staying indoors, that they cannot even hear the squeak of birds outside, so that they continue practicing that language. Our people, we say we call God to do this. God will come and do this and that. Human being is that God. Let me tell you. One person created a language or resurrected a dead language. You understand? But you see our people today, they will judge you with, or they will evaluate you with the way you speak grammar, English grammar. And sometimes when all this type of people, when I'm looking their write-up, I'm seeing just ordinary monkey. The brain of monkey in them. I say, how do we change this? It becomes a worry to me. How can you evaluate somebody because of just a means of expression, language? Oh, you see, he cannot even speak nice English. Here, where he's supposed to put is, he put it to words. He laugh, kwa, kwa, kwa. So he's not intelligent. Leave him, he's a madman. Ow! Chinekele. As our leader said, when Biafra comes, we are going to do our things in our various languages. We can put into work and develop a central Biafran language. It is doable. That is intelligence. We should not be follow. Sometimes I ask myself, this word will come out, or are you the trendy or what? Because are we just proselytes? All we are defending is the foreign. People are defending foreign God. People are defending foreign this, foreign ideology, foreign that, all foreign. There is no original. It is absurd. It is an insult to us. That is why when I look at this restoration effort, sometimes I want to be mad. Because we should show the world that we can do it. Yes, we can do it. That's it. Listen up.
Thinking that you're intelligent just because you done went to some white boy school and he gave you a doctorate degree in A, B, and C. That don't mean nothing. If you got a degree in A, B, and C and you don't know how to feed yourself, house yourself, clothe yourself, heal yourself when you get sick, protect yourself, produce your own weapons, you don't know how to do all of that. It don't matter how much degrees you got, because that does not reflect intelligence. Intelligence is reflected in you being able to solve your problems in life. The highest manifestation of intelligence is a person or people who know how to solve their own problems.
That's what it is.
Of course, you have seen it. The highest manifestation of intelligence of a people is how to solve your problems. And that is why, your environment reflects how intelligent the people are. You understand? This is my pattern shot before I open the lines, please. Your intelligence is measured by your environment. It's not by, I'm a doctor, I'm a PhD holder, I am a this, I school in the highest school. No. Where you are living, look at the environment you are. The market you are selling. Look at the market you are selling in Biafra land. Just empty the place, let everybody go and look around. Look at how the tables are, everything are shattered, like an obsolete place. That is how intelligent the people are. Because if the people, let me tell you, if for example, Ariara market, you remove the whole black people that are there. Now, remove them. Say, okay. Now you bring Germans, about 1 million Germans in Aba. Say, okay. Remove the whole black people in Aba. Remove them and go to, for example, push them to Germany. About 1 million people in black people in Aba. You remove them. So okay, take one ship about 3 million. Take them, go to Germany. Take the equivalent number of Germans and bring them to Aba. Do you know what will happen? In the next 5 to 10 years, that Germany, these people go and now take charge of everything. They will turn it to look like Aba. Area market, swamp, everywhere filthy. But when the same Aba that the white people will be in the Germans will be, they will turn it like a Germany. And you see people, the same black people will start looking for visa to come to this Aba, which they Habatogoro. Do you see? That is how it manifests the environment you are. It shows how intelligent the people are. That is it. Because you cannot do something more that is more than your intelligence. It's impossible. So, the way your environment is, that is how intelligent the people are. That is the truth. Because with intelligence you organize. But when you cannot organize, it shows how intelligent or how less intelligent you are. That is the reality. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will open the lines and people will start calling in. Please do not go away.
Anu ego
otu ezinụlọ bụrụ nnukwu ibu ma ụwa niile gburugburu bụ IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, nke Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị nso bụ onye isi ya, ji ohere a na-arịọ ụmụ Igbo tinyere ụmụ Biafra niile bi na mpaghara Lagos, Ugwu Awụsa, Abuja ka ha jisike buru akụ na ụba ha lewe anya ụzọ ụlọ maka nnukwu ibu ma ụwa niile gburugburu bụ IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, nke Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị nso bụ onye isi ya, ji ohere a na-arịọ ụmụ Igbo tinyere ụmụ Biafra niile bi na mpaghara Lagos, Ugwu Awụsa, Abuja ka ha jisike buru akụ na ụba ha lewe anya ụzọ ụlọ maka nnukwu ibu ma ụwa niile gburugburu bụ IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, nke Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị nso bụ onye isi ya, ji ohere a na-arịọ ụmụ Igbo tinyere ụmụ Biafra niile bi na mpaghara Lagos, Ugwu Awụsa, Abuja ka ha jisike buru akụ na ụba ha lewe anya ụzọ ụlọ maka nnukwu ibu ma ụwa niile gburugburu bụ IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, nke Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị nso bụ onye isi ya, ji ohere a na-arịọ ụmụ Igbo tinyere ụmụ Biafra niile bi na mpaghara Lagos, Ugwu Awụsa, Abuja ka ha jisike buru akụ na ụba ha lewe anya ụzọ ụlọ maka
Bonjour tout le monde, je remercie le groupe expert.
Oke mmụọ Chukwu okike abịama, Chukwu na-afụ na ife afụ na nzuzo, Chukwu mara onye aka ya dị ọcha na onye obi ya dị ọcha, nwoke si na ya ji ọfọ nwaanyị si na ya ji ọfọ mana ọfọ maara onye ji ya ụkpaka na-agba n'udo mmiri ọ chụrụ ọzụọ gaa n'ogwe o mechi ụzọ osi mpịara na azụ nwa igiriga ọgụ nke mmụọ ọ gịnị ka m ga-etu gị ka o zuolo gị asị m n'oge akara aka eluo ịbụ mmụọ ka mmụọ ibe ka ibe Chukwu okike onye obiọma sị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo mmụọ niile m na-ejere ozi asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo oke mmụọ oke mmụọ oke mmụọ oke mmụọ oke mmụọ oke mmụọ mmụọ niile m na-ejere ozi asị m unu binye elu tetenụ n'ụra tetenụ n'ụra tetenụ n'ụra tetenụ n'ụra asị m n'ọnwa unu nwoke bụ nwa eze Chukwu bụ ụzọ mba aka ji ọfọ Igbo ọzọ eme nte eme ime ọsị m nọ ya nọ n'etiti unu taa ọsọ unu binye enu n'oge akara aka eluo mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie asị m gị binye mmụọ na-afụ na ife afụ na nzuzo asị m gị binye oke ọfọ ji eje ọgụ asị m unu binye ọfọ ndị Igbo niile asị m gị binye ọfọ ndị mmiri asị m gị binye ọfọ ndị ikuku asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị osimiri asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị na-ebe asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị idodi igwu na-eme asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị amambara asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị osimiri nji aba asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị ala Igbo niile asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị ọgba asị m gị binye eze nwaanyị anike wawa asị m gị binye oke arụsị na n'ike ojuru nwaanyị aga anị asị m gị binye n'oge akara aka eluo igirigi ọgụ mmụọ asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọkwa nwa dike asị m dododo unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola asị m unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efola nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Igbo dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị ndụ mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Biafra dị ndụ asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọ nwa dike ọ sị na mberede nyiri dike na mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike ọya ka m ji akpọ unu n'isi ọhamadike bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ya bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu otu mkpụrụ anya ji isi ụgwọ otu ọnụ na-ekwuchitere mba niile ụkpaka na-agba n'udo mmiri na-agba n'oge nke ya asị m unu binye n'isi ya nye ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike napụta ya na eke napụta ya n'orie napụta ya na afọ napụta ya na nkwọ asị m na ahịa akara aka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ na ahịa akara aka agaghị eri Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asị m unu gaa napụta Nnamdi Kanu na eke napụta ya n'orie napụta ya na afọ napụta ya na nkwọ asị m mee ka ọnụ niile kwụrụ njọ n'isi atụgharịa kwụ mma ka ọnụ kọrọ ogiri ọnụ kọrọ ogiri lacha Chukwu okike abịa ama onye jiri mmiri siri ike kpọọ aja were aja siri ike kpọọ mmadụ asị m na taata bụ ụbọchị eke n'ala Igbo asị m na eke ga-eketara Nnamdi Kanu ndụ eke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe oke ga-eketara ya ndụ oke ga-eketara ya Biafra oke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe oke ga-ekegburu ya ndị iro kegburu ya ajọ mmadụ na ajọ mmụọ asị m na mbọsọ ga-apụta ekwensu ga-anọ n'ụra ndị ilo ya ga-anọ n'ụra ọkwa na ekwe osu asị m gịnị bụ ekwe osu asị m na mbọsọ ga-apụta ya bụ ndị ilo ga-anọ n'ụra ọha bụ ndị ọha nwa bụ ekwe osu asị m na ha ncha ga-anọ n'ụra na Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube asị m na ọnụ kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya ga-atụgharịkwọ mma asị m ọbịara igbu Nnamdi Kanu gbuo onwe ya onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị adị ndụ onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri ọnụ niile kwọrọ ogiri ọnụ ga-akọrọ ogiri lacha osisi abụla oturu ga-emeche wee kwele onye asị na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee kwuo ya na ike ejikwa ya wee kwugharịa mma n'isi ya asị m na ebe onye ahụ na-atụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu aga asị m aka gị ga-akpọnwụ osisi ahụ fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu wee tọọ nkwe asị m ikuku futuo gị anya ọbụla fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu kwawa akwa alịla asị m alịla akọrọ ya n'anya onye fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu cheta ihe gburu nwa ya ihe gburu nwa ya gbuo ya maka na ọ bụrụ ya gburu nwa gị Chukwu okike abịa ma asị m na mberede nyiri dike mberede ka o ji amanwa dike asị m na okirikiri ka a na-agba ukwu ose ọ dadị ukwu ose enu na okirikiri ka ndị iro ga-agba Nnamdi Kanu mana ha ama mkpata ya aka ọ sị na nkirikiri ka ọ na-ekiri odido jiri odido enyi ozu na ọkwanụ nkirikiri ka ndị iro ga na-ekiri ya mana ha ama mfụ ya anya asị m na-eje anaba isi ije asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-eje na ọ ga-ana asị m na inye anaghị eri ọba maka na inye na ọba bụ nwanne inye agaghị eri Nnamdi Kanu maka na ọ bụ nwa iyi asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-adị ka echi na echi anaghị agwụ agwụ maka na ije ejere bụ ije mmiri ọ bụrụ eje nkụ asị na ya bụ ije ga-abụ ije mmeri asị m na ọ ga-anata n'udo asị m na ọ ga-abata sirili welere asị m na unu ga-aga kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu asị m unu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu Kanu, gaa tụnye ugo, gaa nye ya mmeri, gaa nye ya mmeri, gaa nye ya mmeri, tụnye ugo n'elu ugo, nye ike n'elu ike, nye ndụ n'elu ndụ. Ọkwanụ ndụ ka o ji efu n'efufe. Unu nye Nnamdi Kanu ndụ onwe ike wee kwuru jinjin, onwe ike wee kwuru wee fu n'ofufe. Ha sị na ya kara ka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ. Ihe mere ha ji jide Nnamdi Kanu bụ ka nwee ike wee megide ndị Igbo, ka nwee ike megide ụmụ Biafra, ka nwee ike wee kwuchi anyị ọnụ, ka ha nwee ike wee kachi anyị ọnụ, ka anyị ghara ikwu okwu ọzọ. Mana ama m na dododo Chukwu okike abịa ma ndị nwa na ndị nwe mmiri, ndị nwe ikuku, ndị nwe anyanwụ, mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie, mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ, mmụọ niile ọ kwafọrọ ọbara ha n'ike maka ihi Biafra. Asị m unu binyenu, asị m unu dododo na ọkwa na unu bụ ihe nwe ike a, ọkwa na unu ga-eji ọgụ mmụọ a, ọkwa na unu ga-aga bori ahịa, ọkwa na unu ga-aga napụta ya maka na ihe ọ tinyere unu n'aka anaghị ele ule. Asị m dododo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ. Eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo, mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo, asị m unu binye, maka na onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị aṅụ mmiri, onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị eri nnu. Nnu bụ ihe ụtọ si na mmiri wee pụta. Onye ọbụla na-eri ihe na-eri ihe dị na mmiri. Onye na-asa arụ ji mmiri asa arụ. Onye ọbụla na-eme ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme ji mmiri eme ya. Asị m ihe ọbụla mmadụ na-eme n'ụwa mmiri ọ na-ebube ụzọ. Asị m onye ọbụla kpọrọ mmiri asị na mmiri a ga-agbagbu ya. Asị m onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-awụsa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-emesa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye na-aṅụ mmiri na-eli nnu, asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee lie nnu wee ṅụọ mmiri na ị ga-eji akwa okwu ọma n'isi Nnamdi Kanu n'aha Chukwu okike abịa.
Ise. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land, and today is the 2nd day of May 2023. Tatabo Boche Afo. Tatabo Oboche Afo. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies. Do not deny them listening to this hallowed platform, because this is where we worship. This is where the gospel of emancipation, the gospel of freedom, the awakening, this is where it's all started. This is our rallying point. By Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. But he's been held illegally in the Nigerian secret police dungeon against the constitution of Nigeria, even contrary to the orders of the court. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to the court, appeal court of Nigeria, and it was ruled, the verdict was discharged by the court that's supposed to be the highest interpreter of law of a country, and gave order that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be discharged and acquitted. Not only that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should never stand trial in any Nigerian court. That happened on the 13th day of October 2022. How many months today? Just count it. Going to 7 months. Going to 7 months today. I don't know. Nigeria is a banana republic. What is the essence of charging somebody to court, whereas you cannot obey court's order? Is it not ridiculous? Let us come to terms with it. You take somebody, rendition somebody, take him to court, just to show to the world that you are going through the rule of law as a country. Now, the court gives a verdict, and you disobey, you refuse to obey it. Does it make sense? Is it not the best? The best, isn't it, just to keep the person not to go to the court? Does it make sense? You know, sometimes black people, black mentality used to surprise me. What is the need of, taking someone to court, whereas you are not ready to abide by the court verdict. It doesn't make any sense at all. But lo and behold, Nigerians are going about their businesses. It doesn't matter to them. They don't care. It doesn't worry them. It doesn't give them any sleepless night. It doesn't make them even think that, oh, why should a country we are in, a country that we belong to, should not obey the rule of law? It could be me tomorrow. Because what they should have done to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, just carrying him, putting him there without going to court, without going anywhere, just keeping him there, so that we know that But all these things, all these shenanigans of going to court, is just to deceive the international community that Nigeria is working. At least they have courts, they have the court system, the judiciary. That is what they are doing. So it baffles me. Our leader is now illegally detained since 7 months now in the Nigerian secret police dungeon. The world should take note. He's a British citizen, but Britain never cares, because for them it's not serving their interest. That is what matters to them. A British Iranian was jailed in Iran, and Britain was trying to pull down the whole world. Oh, why should a British citizen be? It's an Iranian citizen, no, a British Iranian. For you to understand the double standard of these people, the people that are teaching us our own thing, democracy, rule of law, be straightforward. But look at what they do. They didn't rest until they removed the British Iranian was released from jail. Today, their citizen, or one of their citizens, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a naturalized citizen, is languishing illegally in the Nigerian dungeon, secret police dungeon. Illegal. And Britain is only, they will come and say, okay, we are giving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a consular service. We are helping him. There are no more Great Britain. No, because it concerns Biafra. That is it. That is the world we are in. That is why I used to tell us, no person will help us except us. So that is why we continue this awareness. Anywhere we are, we must continue creating awareness of what we are suffering, of what the Nigerian government, the Nigeria system is doing to us, of what Britain is doing to us, because whatever that is happening to us is a direct action of the United Kingdom. They are the people that are teaching, election is democracy, or selection. But they have a king in their country. Do you see? Sometimes I look at this world, I say, no, this world, jail share anyway. Jail share. The world, that's what it be. Okay, they establish a democracy, but they have a king now. That Britain is a monarch or a monarchy. You understand me? They organize their thing in their own way. Do you understand? The Prime Minister of Britain is answerable to the British monarchy. It's a kingdom, United Kingdom, which means it's run by a monarch. It's not a republic. But they come to Nigeria and created a very big zoo, huge one, African zoo, and say, you are now a democracy, okay? They continue promoting illusion. Oh, Nigeria is the largest democracy. Isn't it funny? They look at black people as people that should be controlled. They should know what is good for us more than we do ourselves. They should know what is good for us more than ourselves. So we don't have any decision. And when you look at it, the way black people are behaving, programmed to behave, you start trying to say, oh, maybe they are right. After all, they impose their God upon us, and we defend. You see, we are defending foreign God, calling foreign ancestors to come and help us, demonizing our own ancestors, our own forebearers, people that we bear 33% of their chromosomes. We demonize them, say they are evil. But people that came to Africa, all over the world, they kill the people, we adore them as saints, defend them, even believe that they can save us. They died that we would be saved. Do you see how the world is? I will not stop talking about program. Whatever you see, do you see even calculator, ordinary calculator you are using, calculator that you use in calculating as calculating machine is a program. You can write a program and input it in calculator that 2 times 2 should be 25, and it will come out like that, because that is your program. You write the program, a computer program. You write it, anything you write, anything you feed in it, garbage in, that is what it will turn out. That is a program. So this is a program. It took them very long time in order to impact, to feed this program onto us. And what we are portraying today is the result, the garbage out of their inputted program. Here on Radio Biafra, we are trying to rewrite the program. We are trying to reverse what they did on us. I cannot understand, for the goodness of me, how somebody came and took me as an animal, kill our ancestors with reckless abandon for fun. They feed our children that time, little babies, black babies, to crocodiles, and they were laughing for fun. The way the child was crying while dying in pain, it becomes a source of fun to them. But later on, the ancestors, the future generations of the victims of this heinous crime against humanity, start worshiping those people that did all these things to us. Don't you think that when he did wrong? Correcting it, I know it's not easy, but that is what we are doing. There is something absolutely wrong in our brain. They distorted. It was not natural. We were not thinking like this, no. But it was. This is a gradual but continuous and consistent program. Do you remember when they came to our land? Who did they target mostly? First of all, the missionaries. They targeted the disgruntled people in our land. Number one, that we help them. Ndi menaro, people that committed heinous crimes in our land. People that obodojiro our communities exiled or excommunicated or ostracized. People that we are bearing, that they know that we are bearing, brunt. Disgruntled against us because they committed a crime. Do you understand? They targeted them to use them. And after, the second people is the children. Bring them up in the way they should go, in their own way, so that system, they program that system into them. That is why we should target, continue telling our children, our young people, our children about Biafra and this enlightenment. Don't think that it didn't concern them. They are the future. You understand? They are our tomorrow. Britain smartly did that. They targeted this disgruntled people. Do you understand me? This people that committed adultery in our land. Now the missionaries gathered them, said, no, don't worry. As they were waiting for them, ostracize them for time to reach, for them to how do you say it? In order for them to do the sacrifice required of them, for them to be readmitted to the community. But the missionaries smartly gathered them That is why, let me tell you, any person that is telling you that his great grandfather he was a idol worshiper, but the white people he follow church, he follow white people. Let me tell you, these are the bad people, bad guys in our society. I'm telling you honestly, with assurance. I'm telling you. the good people never they were forced and killed to follow the white people's teachings and ideology in our land. I am telling you. So when they carry these people, they say, don't worry. They clothed them, telling them that, look, don't worry, Jesus has forgiven you, he died for you, so just confess your sin to me. What did you do? This is a Reverend Father. Confess to him, tell him, once you tell me what you do, finish. You don't need to go to your community for any reason, or to do them, say you have to confess your sins or do what they want you to do. No, they say this is evil, it's a demon, don't do that. They collected them from community to community, those disgruntled people. And these people, these evil men, found solace in these missionaries. They found solace in these new people, these foreigners, and say, oh boy, they gave them everything, gave them protection, gave them the British military. For those that are telling us that, look, missionaries are different and those that colonize us are different. No, you are completely wrong. They were moving like, a war group. So these evil men in our land, which now they have taken as Christians by the missionaries, they now arm them, gave them the protection they want or they need. The same way they protect the politicians in our land that are killing. I'm giving you a practical example. Those that they impose in our land, in us, on us, those that are not fighting for our interests, foreigners, the caliphate imposed them on us. After all, was from 4th position to 1st position. Today, is he not the governor? Don't he have the military convoy he needs for his protection? Anytime he wants to call the military, they will come and slaughter people like they did in was it yesterday? That is it. That is how the white people are doing. How the missionaries did. Now they made a collection of these evil men, rapists in our land, those that did things against our land, against our people. Because that time, if you sin any evil you commit against your neighbor in our community, it is not against that person. You didn't commit only against that person, but against the whole land, against the whole people. That is why they say, if you sleep with your brother's wife, under normal circumstance, it is you and your brother that should settle it. But no, in our ancient life, we lived as a community, collectivity. That thing you do, it is not against that your brother only, but against the land. Therefore, you have to do something to redeem yourself from the calamity that will come. And if you are not fished out, your evil will affect everybody. Is it not in the Bible you are reading? They brought you abracadabra. The history of in the Old Testament, after they condemn it with the New Testament, bring you New Testament. This is how the Roman Empire. They tell us, no. When you read, you say no, and if somebody slap you, slap him back. Even hate your enemy. But after they say no, but this is New Old Testament. All things are past. No, this is what we are. We are in the time of grace. They show you the illusion that they are real, but after they come, they brought their own to counter everything in order to confuse you, in order to subjugate you. So that was how they collected the evil people in our land to follow them. These people now, these evil people in our land became the commanders, the warrant chiefs. because they just like disgruntled people. Studying history. Samuel Ajay Crowther was disgruntled. That was the reason why he came with annoyance. He was converting black people. He was a Yoruba man, changed his name. You know? He said these people he was disgruntled. So Britain used him in order to convert our people, convert black people, including Igbos, to Christianity. They targeted the evil people in our society. They get them, they know that they committed evil. Now it is the white man, foreigner, that come now and say, no, you are forgiven. Don't mind your system. Your system is evil. That system that make you as an idolater, as an idolater. How do you call it? Idolatrous person. Somebody that is sleeping with his or incest, committing incest, sleeping with your sibling. You know that thing. He said, no, that thing. Don't worry, you are forgiven. Those that are accusing you that you did this, that once your community to be good, it turns around, they say these are the evil men. Britain pronounced them, they are the evil men. But the missionaries provided the military for them. Say, go back to that community and start preaching to them that yes, I am more righteous than you. You people are idol worshippers. Things turned around. And all the others are history. You understand? Therefore, today I am here on this hallowed platform with one Mazi Joe Agaf. Please, welcome to the program. Please, before I continue, introduce yourself to Biafrans before I continue. Mazi, can you hear me?
Hello, Mazi. Good evening.
Mazi, go on. Please introduce yourself. Go on. Biafrans are listening.
I am Mazi Joe Agaf. From Obuloku.
Mazi, look at the when he Chinante Biko. Okay, please bring your mouth closer to the device, please.
Like as I said, I am Mazi Joe Agaf. I'm from Anyocha North of Biafra region. I'm serving the IP and the club as the political.
Mazi, what is happening? You are listening. The sound is not good as it's supposed to. Please.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's good. It's good, but sometimes it seems you remove your mouth to be far. Please, bring your mouth closer.
Is it okay like this?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Like as I said, I'm from Buluku. I'm in the northern province of in Regensburg, in Berlin, in Germany. Hello, Mazi.
Mazi. I am still trying to find out the problem with your system, the Skype. Why it should be as clear as crystal. It should be, but it's not giving me that clarity I need or I want. I'm looking for, please, because Biafrans will.
Is it okay like this?
Yes, but whenever you are speaking, it started being distorted. It will start distorting. Yeah. Okay. You know what?
Okay. Yes.
Let me call you through the other way, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see, because it needs to be clear. I don't know why it is distorting. Maybe some gadgets that are near you. You know, sometimes all these electronics, it can be funny. I'm telling you, they can be funny. Let me see. Because we must preach this gospel, honestly. And we need people hearing us to hear us very, very clear. Very, very clear, without being distorted. My goodness me. Mazi, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
I think it's better here. I'm telling you.
Yes.
He's highly better here. Crystal clear. So, please, can you reintroduce yourself in a jiffy, please?
Okay. I'm coming out clear now?
You are coming out crystal clear right now. Go on.
Okay, good. Good evening, Biafrans. Good morning, Biafrans. Good night, wherever you are on this planet. I am Mazi Agafie. I am from Ubuluku, and Ubuluku is in Anyocha North of Biafran land. I'm serving the indigenous people of Biafra as the deputy coordinator in Regensburg in Bayern, which is in Germany.
Before we continue, I want to ask you this question, because where you come from, is it not under the Nigerian definition of setting, where we call Delta State? Am I right?
You are right, Mazi.
Okay. Is Ubuluku right?
Yes.
Anyocha, right?
Yes.
But you are not Igbo, are you?
I am a full-blooded Igbo.
Anyocha,
yes.
white land. Anyocha Chanacha.
Yes.
Now, I want you to please, your personal, I don't know, sometimes maybe your parents will upgrade you normal, train you normal that you are an Igbo. Most of the time they will indoctrinate their children that, we are not Igbo, or, I want you to give us your personal experience while growing up. Did your parents, be frank, did your parents give you the impression that we are all Igbo? So, or what is it? Please, just tell us just a little about it.
Okay, Mazi, thank you. Mazi, when I was given birth to in Lagos, I grew up in Lagos.
Oh, you people are Lagosians. Now, wow.
That was what they used to call us.
No, that's it. That's it now, because I know many of them, many of our brothers and sisters. Oh, Lagosians.
Exactly. Yes.
Go on.
Yeah, before the war broke out, my dad, he was staying in Lagos. He was still single then. He had this big bookshop, where he sells. So when the war broke out, and there was a period they started looking for Ndibus house by house. Luckily for him, he had not.
In Lagos, right?
He didn't wake up on time. Yes, in Lagos, yes. He didn't wake up on time that morning. So someone came to knock and called him. Joe, are you sleeping? Stand up. He asked, what is this? He said, they are killing Igbos. Can't you hear? He said, really? But the man, his friend was a Yoruba man. I will never forget that man. He came from, he's from Ondo State. So now he told my friend, my dad, jump this fence, jump that fence, wait for me, I'll come and meet you, then we'll know how we're going to take you down to, what's the name of this road that leads to Badon Express, all those places.
Ore Express Road.
Yes. No, yes. Yes, all those places. That was how he disguised my dad. He was speaking Yoruba as if my dad was, replying to him too. That was how he escorted my dad down to that axis, and my dad was able to find himself back to our town, Ubuluku. When he got there, he said things were really terrible. That the Biafrans and the federal troops, were in our area there looking for Biafran soldiers. Yes, some Biafran soldiers were, stationed in our place. Like they were stationed also in Ogwashuku. Some of them were in Ibuzo. Like they were going back, they were retreating back after they attacked the western region. So my dad told me that.
I think, sorry, for clarity's sake, this is the story your dad told you because you are not born that time.
Yes, right? Exactly. Yes,
okay.
Yes, you're right. You're right. So he said that the government their plane will come, drop bomb inside the forest, some inside the towns, that all of them went deep inside the forest. So it now became a matter of survival for all of them. Then later, the soldiers entered inside the town looking for any male that they could just kill. Just like as it is happening now in the East, they will just enter inside any community. If they see males, they kill them. My dad said they were calling them Chukwuma Nzogo's brother. That all of them are Chukwuma Nzogo's brother, because Chukwuma Nzogo is from Okpanam. So anybody they get hold of from Agbo down to Asaba, they take that person as a brother of Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogo. And along the line, there was a problem that happened in Ishiago, as my dad told me, that in Ishiago, the OB, the OB there had a problem with the soldiers, because the Biafran troops, they entered inside their camp and killed many of them. So what did they do? They now went to the palace, they carried the OB. They did not kill him. They just dug a pit, threw him inside like that, and he was buried alive. He was buried alive.
Who?
The OB of Ishiago.
Okay. Who killed him?
The federal troops.
Okay.
Yes, they did not kill him. They killed others. Dumped them inside the pit. But for him, they did not kill him. They just threw him in and started pouring sand on him like that till they covered the grave.
They killed him by burying him alive.
Yes.
That's it. Because when you say they did not kill him, which means they spared him.
Yeah, what I meant was that they did not shoot him like the way they shot others. So he was buried alive. So this fear circulated all over Anyoma. So many OBs were not ready to die like that. So they had this agreement with the commanding officers of the troops, Nigerian troops that normally comes to their village. But my dad now told me that the biggest one that made all Indigo in that Anyoma region to really be afraid was what happened in Asaba, where they gathered all the men, boys as young as 10. They separated them from the women. They shot and killed all of them. We are talking of about over 1,000 men.
Of course.
That they gathered together and killed. So, on the issue of Ndi Anyoma Igbos, of course they are Ndi Igbo. They cannot deny that. They cannot deny that, Mazi. They cannot deny that.
I ask you specifically of how you grew up. Did you grow up as you? I'm talking about you in your family, with this brought up of that you are an Igbo, or nothing is discussed about that, or and you speak Igbo in your family. I mean, no matter that you are born in Lagos. That is where I want you to come to talk about.
Okay, good. Yes, me and my kid, younger ones, we were giving birth to in Lagos. Yes. Even the time I was giving birth to, because my mom gave birth to me through cesarean operation, that it was the fighting, the bombs that they were throwing that, made her to have such problem during childbirth. She gave birth to twins, me and my twin brother. But my twin brother could not survive, so I was the only one that survived after a bitter fight for me to be alive after like 6 months. So it was a terrible period for my parents that time, because they were having this problem of the Yorubas. That was after the war. In the precisely 75, 76. So they were having this problem of trust. My dad always said that the Yoruba people, I want Igbo, Tabamoyi, Amala, Igbo, as in Igbo people, if we catch you, will break bottle on your head. So my mom, when she got to Lagos, she quickly, learned how to speak the language. And while I was growing up, I had a lot of Yoruba friends, Then we were all going to school together, but at home, we're still speaking our Anioma language.
Can you speak? Sorry, when you talk. Oh, sorry. Let us.
Okay.
Can you speak the Anioma language? Just few sentences.
Of course, na-asụ Anioma na my asụsụ mbụ asụsụ Anioma. Nadi m bụ onye Obulukwu, nne m bụ onye Selukwu. So kawasi mụ anyị.
Okay. Now I understand. You know, there is a mistake. That's a mistake we are still making. It's just like when you are talking to me, I say, no, I will speak Olo language.
Okay.
Olo doesn't have language, it's Igbo. What you should say is Anioma dialect, Igbo language, because what you are speaking now, I hear you all. Nsoka will not tell you that I am speaking Nsoka language. That is a very basic mistake that our people are making, and it is something voluntary that they voluntarily pollute it, turn it into, like sometimes you go to Google, when they even make equality to become a language. You see that?
Yes.
But it's not. Right. Igbo is the language. Igbo is the language. Igbo has many dialects.
Exactly.
Every language has dialects. I say every language, not only Hausa have dialects. Yes, somebody from an Hausa from Kaduna, if he speaks, you know, so an Hausa from what do you call it, Zamfara, we know that this person is from Kaduna, although they are speaking Hausa, but his dialect. Let us try to be understanding. So when you say, no, I speak Anioma language, no.
Okay, but what I actually meant was
a dialect.
I speak the dialect.
Yes, that is it.
I speak the dialect. I speak Igbo language, but I speak the Anioma dialect.
Likewise, me. Likewise, any other Igbo person, whether from Newi, from Onitsha, from Igbo, you speak your own Igbo dialect. But the basic is that we speak Igbo. Now the dialect, Arabs, they are not. They speak Arab, but they are not the same. Somebody from Lebanon cannot understand even the Arab of somebody from, let's say, Tunisia. No. Yes. You understand me? What I'm telling you is a fact.
It is. I agree.
A Saudi cannot understand what somebody from UAE, the Arab they are speaking. It's different dialect. Sometimes they cannot even understand themselves at all. It is in all languages. After all, American accent is different. It's English. Even the spelling is different. Go to Google, American spell, you put something civilized, S, you say no, mark it red, is Z. And the way they speak it, their accent is different from English. I mean from England. It's different from Canada. It's different from Aussie, that is Australia. You understand?
Yes.
But the basic language is English, but different dialects.
Exactly.
Go on,
you're right, man.
Go.
So, Mazi, like as we said, you know, being given birth, and you know, I went to school in Lagos State secondary school. The Yorubas, they speak Yoruba language, but they have different dialects.
Mazi, let me come there also. Let me tell you, Yoruba as a word is a recent. Some time ago, Kayode, Femi Fani Kayode, he opened up that, and it's true. This word Yoruba is a recent word. There was nothing like Yoruba 200 years back. No, it is a recent thing. Before you have the Aworis, the Ijebus, different tribes.
Yes.
But one thing leads to another. Conquest made them now. They come together and now be forced to speak one language.
Yes.
And they become Yoruba, Yoruba, which is even an insultive word when you look at the original meaning of Yoruba. Original meaning of Yoruba is what do you call it? Betrayers. That is the original meaning of Yoruba. And today it become their name. But they were different tribes.
Tribes, yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So go on.
So, Maz, while growing up, I had friends, who were Yoruba people, but at home, our Igbo-ness is at home. So whenever we are outside, we play with our friends outside, we play football, everything. But after everything, when we get home, we continue speaking our language. So as an Igbo that we were, my dad always, like when I was young, I was an inquisitive person. I was always reading newspapers with him. I'll be asking him what's happened. And I read something about my vaccine that happened in Kanu. What was that, Daddy? He would explain to me that they were like all these Muslims, bad people that are killing people like Igbo people, So all this gave me an inclination more to want to study the history of being an Igbo person and my Igbo-ness at large with all my other brothers from Imo, Enugu, from other places, and I had a friend, a very good friend from Imo State, from Olu also, we went to primary school together, secondary school together, we were doing things together, There was this, how do I put this, with other Yoruba guys that, we're always together, no problems, no issues, because we all grew up together. But growing up to this level now has made me to understand that when young boys are young boys, they don't really know what is happening. They only job to go out there and play. But when they become men, they now understand that yes, there's really tribalism against them. It happened to one of my cousins. He was beaten up by the Alpha. That's the Alpha in that area. He was looking at him that this one a big boy, he has a car, everything. So he arranged with some boys and they beat him up, injured him. So he had to leave that area to move to another part of Lagos. So the most Igbo people in Lagos, I can attest to the fact that in their family they speak their own dialect of Igbo. Yes, the ones I met, and they always agree that they are Igbo. They are just, should I say, fortunately or unfortunately, to be living in Lagos. So that is my submission for that part, Mark.
Okay, thank you very much. You see, the story you told now about your father being saved during the war by a Yoruba man that, come, they are, don't you hear, they are killing Igbos. The man, he knew that you are an Igbo man, 100%.
Yes.
Your father is an Igbo man.
Yes.
But how do you compare it today? Some of Igbos from where they call rivers today, that is Iguacha, from Delta.
Yeah.
They now claim that no, we are not Igbos. We are from I'm from Anioma, I'm not Igbo. I'm from Ogwashiku, but I'm not Igbo. Instead, they indulge themselves in answering whatever that we are being called, Niger Delta.
Yes.
I do understand that it is in order to escape the tribulation, the persecution of the Igbos. So everybody has to deny their Igbo-ness. Yes. But does that make you escape? I mean, you, not you in particular. I'm talking about the person. Does that make the person to really escape? Because your identity is your identity. It doesn't matter. The Jews of during the Second World War, people that thought that there are no more Jews, at least they can hide. Because many of them were answering European names. Now I say not many of them, almost all of them that time.
Yes.
Those in Spain were answering Spanish names and surnames. It is as a result of Zionism and the Aliyah, the return to Israel, that not many, all of them to change their name back to their roots. I'm telling you honestly. That is why, I say all of them, not even most, all. I say all. Those Jews in Arab land, born in Arab, that Arabs, they answer Arab names. Hassan, Mustafa. Even many of them till today. After all, but those in the eastern part of Europe, they answer Russian names, Polish names till today. Zelensky is a Jew. Zelensky today, the president of Ukraine, is a Jew. But he's there. But what made them change their names is in order to rhyme with their roots. They completely went back to their roots. They changed all their names. Those that, if you are in Germany that as a Jew, they answer Jewish name. But what opened their eyes most is during the persecution of the Jew, the last genocide by Hitler. It didn't. They were not able to hide using their name. Oh, because you are called a German person, the German name. They spare you. You're answering our name, so you're German. No. They were forced to wear the Star of David as a trademark that they are Jews. Anywhere from 1 kilometer, you'll be seen. They will be seeing you that you're a Jew, so you cannot hide. Whether you are an intellectual, whether you are you were a doctor, whether you were a personal aide to former prime minister or president, you are forced. Everybody, every Jew now was forced. So it's after the war, after the genocide, those that survived, when they went back, they automatically changed their names. Their surnames. What I mean by name, not only the first name, but all the surname also. They change everything to match their culture. Those that come from Arab countries, the same thing. Other Asian countries, they change their names in order to match who they are. They went back to their originality. And I believe Biafra will do that. I'm telling you honestly. So, that time, they told you that they told your father that as an Igbo. But today, I don't know. Have you ever experienced, let me ask you, anywhere, maybe where you are in the midst of the other Igbos, other Igbo brothers, from Anambra, from Imo, from Ebonyi, from Enugu, from any other. Now, maybe somebody will tell you, you are from where? You are a Delta man. You are not Igbo. Have you experienced that type of discrimination? Let me ask you.
Yeah, Mazi, the question you are asking now is it comes with a positive yes. It comes with a positive yes because our people they sold them. Like a donkey, they would dangle the carrot in his front. Wherever the carrot goes, it follows. Some of our Igbo brethren across the Niger, they did not see Anioma people as being part of them.
Yes,
and also
you are right.
I've
seen it. No, onye ọ gafere mmiri onye na ha ncha with the same on the Bini. I'm saying no. He's our brother. He's a Igbo person like you, direct. Stop saying that because Mazi, why I'm saying this on air. Most of the time we blame our coastal brothers. Oh, they are not. They say they are not Igbos. No, sometimes we are to blame because we discriminate. We say, no, these people, they are not Igbos also. You understand? That is why I'm bringing it up. Mazi, continue what you're saying.
Mazi, it has happened to me several times, I have friends, across the Niger. Most of us who met when I was still playing football. I met some in the university, But along the line, where I was staying, particularly in Lagos, that Yaba area, close to the railway line, the people trading there were majorly Igbo from the east, 99% of them, And because I used to have this interaction with them, okay, for me, they see me always speaking Yoruba with all this Yoruba, my friends. But when it comes to maybe I want to buy something from them, and they hear me speaking Igbo language, they say, nah, this guy. They will be speaking it to themselves, so me, I'll pretend as if I'm not hearing. The one will be telling the other, nah, you got wire now 20 naira. Something I'm supposed to pay for 10 naira. I will look at them.
And how do you use Mazi, let us be honest. You know it's painful.
Yes.
How do you used to feel, honestly? Because it's painful.
Mazi, yes, I will not lie, I'm on air. I used to feel downgraded. Let me use that word.
Very
downgraded bad. And yes, very bad, and not looked upon as a brother. Mazi, if we go back to before the Civil War, Chukuma Kaduna and Zogu, the Fulanis, the British, they know where he came. They knew that this man is an Igbo man, but of Anyoma identity. You understand? They know where he came from. They know that he's an Igbo person. But our own Igbo people will not want to believe that Kaduna, Chukuma, and Zogu was an Igbo person, because there were the river divided, both of us from each other. So let me coming back, for me, it was like it was very challenging, very challenging. I had to fight my way through it to even make my fellow Igbo brothers to know that for me, I am an Igbo person like you. It's only that we have different dialects, but we are the same. When the migration started thousands of years ago, millions of years ago, some people say, this place is okay for me and my family. Some said this place is not okay. They crossed the river, some settled in Asaba, some settled at, that was how they started finding themselves in different places that they settled. So people have been there before those ones came there. So there's no way for me to agree with anybody that I am not an Igbo person. I am an Igbo person, 100%. My parents are boldly Igbos. We bear Igbo name. In my side, we have people buried Onyeka Chukwu. We have people buried Chukwuma. We have people buried Chukwu Nonso. We have people buried Chukwu Nwike. We have people buried Ngozi Chukwuka. Various names that are of Igbo origin. And up to now, Mazi, the most annoying thing for me now is that it has reversed now, in the sense that Igbos in Port Harcourt, in the Niger Delta area, as they call it, are even rejecting their own kids and king. They are now saying that they are not Igbo, that they are South, that they are Niger Delta. I asked one of them, have you seen in any part of this world, in any map, where they are calling themselves South? Because there's nothing like that in a demography of a people. It's only in this zoo that you will see them using English to convince and to confuse people to believe that, yes, these Igbo people, this Igbo state 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are Igbo. You people are not with them. You people are Southside. You people are Niger Delta. And those ones will just buy into that divisive attacks on our Igbo-ness.
Mazi, hold on there. Just hold on there.
No
you continue. There's something I find absurd in our locality, or the way Britain is fighting us dirty. Let me tell you.
Yes.
We are the only people that instead Britain devised gibberish, nonsense. Just to divide us. It is the only place in the world that they call South. It doesn't make sense, but anyway they put it. And you see our people, they hook on that nonsense, that thing that doesn't make sense. Sometimes I see it as I say, what is happening to our brain? How can we fall solo? At least, even if they say something that is reasonable, that's something that exists, they use something that you can never say it or name some people anywhere in the world. Say you are from South or not, and they accept, just in order for them to run away from their identity. And it got stuck. So I see it that even they are using nonsense in order to fight us. I say nonsense to fight us, because that is something that I cannot fathom it. It is not logical. That is why when I see even people that are our people that are inclined into defending the foreign religion, I don't blame them, because I say, after all, when a people can be made to defend something that does not exist, everybody knows that it doesn't exist. So how can you, after all, now people can defend, even belief system is not, you cannot prove it. So our people can even defend the belief system. It doesn't matter how absurd it looks. South to south, south to south. There is no cardinal point in reality that is called south to south. There is no other space in this world where people are living that they say, oh, you people come from south to south. But you still see our people are accepting to run away from Igbo-ness. They say, no, instead I come from south south. What is your language? No, I speak south south. I speak Niger Delta. Just for Mazi, I see it as running away from your shadow. It's impossible. As you are running, your shadow is pursuing you. You understand me? It's just like a baby that I have not known what is shadow. He was shouting and crying and running away from the shadow. They have to explain to her, say, hey, you have to deal with this, so this your shadow cannot get away from you. It is you. So that is what our people are suffering from. They can do anything in order to try to run away from their identity. So the caliphate named them, okay, you people are south south. They say, hey, now you have done it. South south, we are south south. Mazi, it looks absurd, honestly. It doesn't look reasonable at all. But it's the reality. Go on, Mazi, go.
Yes. Yeah, Dalu Mazi. Mazi, when the people have been defeated spiritually, their physical being becomes a zombie-ish type of living. Because I cannot understand how, before the civil war in Igwe, you will hear of people that say they are from Umuebe, before the war. Now, after the war, they now turned it to Rumuebe. They now have to add that R to everything that they are doing. And I said to myself, wow, are Indians so dumb like this? Because they don't want to share any relationship with Indigo that are being persecuted, without even them knowing that if they finish persecuting the Igbos, they will also come for them. Sometimes I used to sit down and ask myself, is it that Holy Communion that many of Igbo take in the Catholic Church, is there anything inside? Because to me, when the Reverend Fathers are doing Mass, they will speak some languages and concentrate the bread and the wine, turning the wine to blood, turning the bread to meat. To myself, I'll say, this is the same thing they are talking bad about us, that we are doing spiritism, that it is demonic. But our own people will not see that what these people are doing is even more demonic than our own. I always think that it was from that angle that the stupidity and the nonsensical things in Igbo.
Mazi, let me also, we are on interaction.
Yes.
Sorry, hold on, don't forget what you want to say.
Yes.
But sometimes I will not completely agree that this is the cause. Oh, there is something in that wine or in that this thing. I will not completely agree. It
was just my own opinion.
I know. Everybody has a right to his opinion. I'm saying not that my opinion is superb or cure ED. No, but I'm just expressing it. Do you know why I say so? It is not only Igbos that receive Holy Communion or this and that. After all, our neighbors, the Yorubas, they also did the same thing. It didn't thwart them from being who they are. What I will say is, I'm telling you.
Yes.
It seems, sometimes Though we are fighting Mazi, let me tell you, when you look back and see reason what happened to us, the whole world turned against us. A tiny set of people. Sometimes when you look at it, so in other places there will be maybe one superpower, one world power that will be with that person or that people.
Yes.
To defend them and say, no, these people, do not wipe them away. Do you understand me?
Yes.
During the Second World War, the Allied forces fought to liberate Europe. French president that time, what was his name? It's not. Pompidou? No, it's not Pompidou. Charles de Gaulle. Charles de Gaulle.
Yeah, de Gaulle.
Charles de Gaulle. He ran away. He ran away from France as against German onslaught. He ran away.
Yes.
First of all, he ran to Algeria and established a government in exile. From Algeria, now he flew to meet Winston Churchill in the United Kingdom. That was where they reorganized and started assisting the French resistance. Those the internal resistance in France, those that were on the ground, they started organizing resistance, sabotage, making the German stay in France hell on earth.
Unpleasant.
Yes. So, you see people recognize that, look, the Jews, they suffered and they helped them. In Afghanistan, at least the first time they were being invaded by Soviet Union, America covertly helped them and resist. You know, in many other countries, during the Korean Wars, America helped them. Some other countries helped them, help each other. But it is only Biafra that the whole world, they came in order to kill all of us. So when you see it, no, people, the suffering was so unbearable, it was unthinkable. That is the reason why. Let me tell you, Mazi. You see what Nigeria is doing? Tag IPOB, a terrorist group, all over. They are spending, too much money in order to bribe countries of this world, societies, organizations, to tag IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, a terrorist organization. But let me tell you, many they knew that really that the world committed atrocity against Biafra. Their mind, every country, they have sent people in their system. They understand that, look, these people has been wronged. We are the only people that suffered a genocide almost equal to Jewish Holocaust, but it was never recognized in this world.
Yes.
We are wronged. If you see how we talk, they understand. In your child, they know that we are people in this planet that are wronged. We are wronged.
Yes.
In the sight of God, in the sight of man, we are a people that is wronged. Only some of us don't know this. So when they see us acting the way we do, even some of them are amazed that we are not even being suicide bombers. You see white people that experience life in Biafra land. What we saw, people that came to help us, when being interviewed, some of them start crying. They say, no, we don't want to remember this. We don't want to remember what happened to Biafrans, please. Some say since 50-something years, they have been having nightmares till today of what happened to Biafrans. We are a whole world combined together. I never read the history, see this type of thing before. A tiny place. The whole world combined, converge in order to make sure they wipe us out of the planet Earth. Whenever, after the war, whenever the issue of Biafra is being raised in United Nations as a wrong being done to these people, Britain will use their veto power in the United Nations Security Council in order to suppress it and put it down. so that our genocide, the genocide conducted against us, was forgotten. That is why Britain, whenever we talk about Biafra, Britain used to piss their pants. I'm telling you, because they believe that if Biafra comes, that we are going to sue a hell out of them, that they are going to sell United Kingdom as a country to compensate us. That is the problem they have. And we are not going, it's not our problem. We can only that we want them to recognize that physically they know that we are wrong, but let them stop blocking what we are doing. That is all we are asking.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Many of our people don't understand the magnitude of what we suffer. They think that is why some of all these elders that saw the war, there is something I will see, you can go blind. So they don't want to even remember, because they become so disturbed that they become stupid. How can a tiny Biafra, everywhere around the world, the people, the powers, the world powers all join together in order to kill us, and after they made sure to suppress it? You don't talk about it. They thought that a time will come, a generation will come, a time will come, people will forget about it, and let's move on. Britain will be laughing. Say, we have succeeded. These people have forgotten. They don't know that fire that is burning is inside. Internal combustion is more dangerous. It is because of internal combustion that you have V8. Cars move. You see lorries, even trains move, because internally the combustion, the burning is internal, so it gives us too much force that how many horsepowers, equal to hundreds of horses, that is horsepower, that makes a train to move all those thousands of tons of ions. It's just internal combustion that is moving it. They don't know that what they try to suppress, it makes the fire continue burning inside us. And that burning makes us to now move without fear. That is why we say it the way we say it. So Mazi, please continue. Continue, please.
Okay, Mazi. Mazi, the divisive weapon against Indigo in the East was a very, should I say, an exciting weapon of war. It was weaponized against Indigo from Agbo down to Iguacha, from Iguacha down up to Nsukka. The British, well, they understood very well that this set of people, that is Indigo. Now, this set of people are different from the type of other people they have met in Africa. That there is something special about them, And in my place, down to Asaba or Nucha, Enugu, Uweri, it is the same Chuku that we have. Chuku, just one that we have. The same 4 market days. The same ways of Igbo. It has always been the same. The dialect might be different, but we are still the same. Now, the people of Port Harcourt presently, they have dug a very big pit for themselves. Now they prefer to call themselves South, like the way Wike was saying that he is not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. I said, look at this old fool. Why would them be, okay? South. What is South? Have they ever seen where South has been used as a demography for human beings all over this world? Even the people that brought the atlas, that drew the map, which they just drew it to satisfy themselves. There was nowhere in this world where they called North or South. Okay, if we have South in southern Nigeria? Why is there no north in the north? Because they knew what they were doing. It was just all divisive tactics that they set for our people, and our people fell into it. That is why the Nigerian government, if you are talking, they will say Igbo is just only 5 states. Igbo is not only 5 states. We are a legion. We are many. They cannot tell us where we come from.
We are in the 13 states. We are in the 13 states.
Yes.
13.
Yes.
13, 1 3. Go on.
They cannot take it. They cannot take away our identity from us. They have no right to do that. When spiritually we are the same, economically we are the same. Everything we do is round us together. Yes, a river can divide. Yes, a river can divide people's demographic way of living, but they still know that they are one. They still know that they are one. Okay, Mazi, look at the British. The British are the most, I don't know which name to call them. We are to qualify them. These people they have the art of, they are wicked. Let me just say, they are wicked. Okay, the reason why they ganged up against Chinedu was as a result of that 31 years Ekume war that was fought against them. How the Igbos were making use of their spiritual powers against them. Igbos in Anioma with Igbos from across the Niger, from Onitsha, people close to that area, they came to support their brothers against the British. 31 years war is not a joke. They fought that war and they saw that these people without the latest military weapon can fight us for this long. Now, when they got to know that the spiritual power between that war, they now say, okay, we understand. These people and these people are the same. Okay, we are going to let them know that we can destroy their spiritual powers, which they tried and they succeeded. They succeeded because some of our people, some of the slaves among Ndibo sold us out. That is the reason why Britain would never allow. They want to fight to make sure that Biafra does not stand. And Mazi, you know another thing that is trembling them. You see, Britain, France, and the US during that civil war, their intelligence outfits got information about the work of Biafran scientists, engineers, technicians, how they were able to build weapons by themselves, to fight the Nigerian government, to fight the Egyptians, to fight the British, to fight the Russians during that time, or rather the Soviet Union nation then. Mazi, the greatest fear of Britain in Africa is Biafra. Because they know that when Biafra becomes a nation, Biafra is going to bring liberation for all the blacks or Africans all over the world. It will cause a tsunami in people's way of thinking. People who want to come to Biafra to tap for intelligence, for wisdom. There was this movie I watched, the Wakanda, that has, I think, 1, 2, 3, series like that. I was watching it one day. I said, yes, this is Biafra in the nearest future. We are going to do what no country has ever done. They don't want to be afraid. They have seen that we are blessed. A little boy can sit down and construct something that his mates that are going to school in the UK, in the Western world, what they cannot do, a boy in Biafran land can do it even without going to school. It is a blessing that Chukwuokike gave to us. Mazi, you see, there was a time I went to Okmanam. I saw the what's it called? The Chukwumanzo, where they molded in. I stood there for like 30 minutes. I was looking at this man. I was admiring him. Why? Courage. Courage, but at the same time, he was used by the British intelligence to cause havoc on Igbos. Because virtually all of them were young officers then. Many of them were like in their 28, 29, 30. They were very young. They were used to cause a problem for the Igbo. But this Biafra now, especially indigenous people of Biafra, we are going to take Biafra to where it has never been taken to before. Mazi.
Ndewo Mazi. Thank you very much. Ndewo. We must continue.
Yes.
You know, as you said, the greatest fear of Britain, Europeans in general, the greatest fear is the challenge to white supremacists or white supremacy. You know, Mazi, like the other day I talked about it. It started with the Haiti revolution. People that you know, successfully had their independence. It's slaves that successfully got free by fighting the most powerful armies of that time. You know, and the Europeans couldn't take it. That time, that's 18th century, 17 something. Remember, France, we are fighting war against Britain, the British invasion of the Caribbean, the Spanish invasion of the Caribbean also. But they had to together lay aside their war, their own war, or their own wars,
yes,
in order to checkmate these people they call slaves that shouldn't be equal to them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, one funny thing, coincidence is Haiti, most of the Haitian slaves were Igbos. I'm telling you. Most of the, I say most percent, more than 80%, they are mostly Igbos. What I mean by Igbos, both Joe, both is Biafrans.
Yes.
So they defeated the powerful military of that time. Now, France, the whole Europeans, they gathered together, including America. They blockaded them. They said, we will never allow these people to be equal to us. Okay, they have gotten independence by a war. We will make them to suffer. And they blockaded them to rotten. The same blockade they did to Biafra. You know, sometimes you see the similarities. Exactly the same thing. In other places of the world, as long as the color is not black, you will see they will pity and say, okay, let's leave them. You know, they will negotiate and allow them to progress.
Yes.
But when it comes to black race, that is why even I used to call this caliphate, say they are useless. Because they are still black people.
Yes.
They are being used in order to underdevelop. Just like Walter Rudney's book, The European Underdevelopment of Africa.
Yes.
They are using Africans, black people, to make sure to heal down black people. They will throw religion to you. You are defending foreign religion. Like the Fulani. Oh, they are more Arabs than the Arabs. Ottoman Danfodio claimed that his mother came from his lineage of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, because he was one of that is his his maternal ancestors.
Yes.
That after all, he was from one of the wives of Muhammad. That is the mother of Ottoman Danfodio. That is a claim. It was a claim. So because of it, he have to kill, conquer, destroy a fellow black people for the interest of the continuation of foreign religion. You know, that is something Africa has to come in terms with. Do you see these two foreign religions in Africa? I am talking about it till tomorrow. If Africans never open their eyes and grow above Islam and Christianity, to thy kingdom come, we are going nowhere. I am saying this on air. You see these two religions. That African man will be killing his brother because of a religion that is not African. Because of people, you know, there's something that came from far place for another race. They now impose it on people. Brothers will be using it to kill brothers. If we don't grow, awaken, enlightened above these religions, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian, you grow above it. When you see a fellow African, you embrace him, you say, forget about our religious difference. Leave that one now white people's religion. Let you know it becomes a mantra in the mouths of black people.
Yes.
Do you understand me?
Yes.
If we never do that, if some Africans never grow up, and that is what IPOB is trying to champion, so that you cannot slaughter your own race. Because why? A religion that was imposed on you by Arabs or by Europeans. Now you see your brother as a devil and you have to kill him. We are going nowhere. So what do I mean in this? The Europeans, whenever it comes to suppressing black race, they now have commonality. They put aside their differences. Do you know that the black people in Europe, the indigenous people in Europe, many parts of Europe, the indigenous people were even black color, black people.
Of course, Mazi.
So where are they?
Where are they today?
That will be the subject for another day. I don't know what make they hate black race. You know why they hate them? Let me tell you. People that were selling their own people, they were accomplices in selling their own people. Even the European, the foreigners hate them.
Mm-hmm.
They hated them. The Moors conquered the Iberian Peninsula for 800 years. Yes. They are black people. You understand? And you know the Europe you are seeing, the advancement of the Europeans you are seeing today, it was mostly even initiated, the modern Europe, mathematics, so technology, it was initiated by Africans during the 800 and something years of European conquest by Africans. They made Europe to progress. And after the thing turned around, the Europeans now continue developing on what they learned from the African conquest. Some people might be amazed, but that is the truth. But they will, history will not tell you. They will not tell you this. The BBC will never tell you this. Mazi, go on, please, before I continue.
You know, Mazi, everything you just said now is pinpoint clear. In terms of the battle for the spirituality of Africa, which has been on for thousands of years, since when the Europeans, landed in West Africa, in Eastern Africa, Southern Africa. They saw they saw Garden of Eden in the so-called Bible in everywhere that they stepped their legs to into Africa. They were amazed that they could see birds, parrots of different colors in one place that they don't even have in their place. They are surprised to see fruits.
Mazi, sorry, I'm not. Please, just let me.
No problem, Mazi. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
No problem.
Go to YouTube.
Okay.
And talk about. I mean, when you type about Hamza Mustafa's outing in Brekete family, he revealed many things.
Okay. Yes.
He said,
I
we are
heard
talking about all the time. this man revealed that you see the Bakassi Peninsula. There
Yes.
you have different animals you can never see in any other part of the world. You see, what do you call vipers, boa, constrictor, wall here, which
Yes.
these people, all these Fendi, all these companies are using the skin in order to manufacture things that are highly costly for billionaires
Exactly.
of the world
Yes.
today. That is
Yes.
where they get them.
Yes.
Different kinds of
Yes.
beds. But do we know these
Yes.
things? I
No.
know they pushing. Now so. Oh, we know this one fighting his brother. Oh, this one fighting IPOB. Oh, I am the prime minister of IPOB. I am the. Whereas the main thing is going on, we want to redeem ourselves from this horrible world order that we found ourselves. Instead of joining together, you see people that are misbehaving. Mazi, please go.
Mazi, Mazi, it is really disappointing and so sad that the so-called people that call themselves Igbo leaders in that contraption, they don't know the problem that they are preparing for themselves and their families at large in the future. Many of them, because of this fight, they don't want to contribute into it. They are being quiet. Yes, probably they're going to get be quiet till the day the Fulani knocks on their doors and tell them to come out, and they shoot all of them. We are going towards that. Mazi, when the world, joined hands together to fight Biafra, they were not fighting a physical war, they were fighting a spiritual war. Because they do not want that Ekumeku spirit to arise again. Because they cannot contain it. Nonetheless, now, our Ekumeku warriors have risen up. We have them as sentinels in the borders of Biafra. They keep watch in the night. They keep watch in the day. They are our angels back alive. All those our diopas that died in that Ekumeku war, they are our own angels. They are my own angels because I am from one of the line of the warriors from Obuduku that fought in that war. Now, you know what they used to do then? I was taken on a tour in my place by my godfather then. He took me into the bush and he showed me a gully. He said, this place is a gully. This was where they killed the captain. He mentioned the captain, but it was long ago. He said that our Upuluku warriors just were some were in the trees, some disguised like leaves, that even some were leopards waiting for them. That these our people could, they used to call it they can, from being humans, and they can turn to pythons, they can turn to leopards. They can turn to any animal just to make sure that the enemies, they take away their concentration from the people waiting for them to kill them. He showed me everything and he told me everything. And from that time, I became so interested in history. It was fascinating. It was something that gleamed onto my mind, that I started, learning the history. I read the history of Europe even before I went to university. I read about America. I read about how the British, they took away, then they had excess prisoners in London. They took them away and they took them to Australia. When those ones got to Australia, they became barbarians. They became vampires. They started killing the indigenous people, killing them off. Just like exactly what happened in Argentina. When they started killing the indigenous of Argentina. Till today, the blacks in Argentina are not even up to 1%. Most of them ran to Brazil, Uruguay, nearby countries. That's why till today you can never see one black player playing for Argentina. But all other countries in South America, they have at least 1 or 2 or 3 players. So, Mazi, our people do not understand that history is an important part of survival. History, it is an important part of survival. Anybody that does not know his or her history does not have ways heading to the future. Because if he looks at the future like nothing, there's nothing interested there, or rather interesting there. In the present, he will get killed. Mazi, please, can you hear me?
Mazi, go on.
Okay,
go on.
I can hear some distorting discussions. Okay, so I am at times marveled, baffled, the way that Igbo across the east, across the Niger, or rather across our beloved river, how they tend to pretend to not want to understand that the Igbo of Asaba, Okmanam, Ubuluku, Seluku, Ogwashuku, Ibuzo is just Igbo Binuzo. But the British people could not pronounce it that long. They just said it's Wuzo. All of us are one. All of us are one. We bear the same surnames. We bear the same names. This is the time. Even I have a message for Ndi Anyoma. Ndi Anyoma nnekenunu cha. Ogene ni ono unu okmanu. Tukwe ni liawe. Bikonu. Anyị bụ ndị Igbo. From above Umunede, Ezi, Onitsha Ado, Ubuluku Iseluku, ndị Igbo ụzọ, Okpanam, ndị Onitsha Ugbo. Bikonu, anyị bụkwa ndị Igbo ka anyị bụ. Ndị Igbo ka anyị bụ. Ndị Igbo ka anyị bụ. Anyị bụ na ndị Anyoma, anyị bụ ndị Igbo. Anyị ncha bụ ofu.
Mazi, you are on Asusina Central Igbo. Please speak it on your own complete dialect. Let's see.
Mazi, the beautiful thing is that this is actually my dialect I'm speaking, because it is synonymous with our own, with basically with Ndi Onitsha. It is almost the same thing we speak. If you have an Ibuzo person now, what I'm speaking is what he will be speaking. The same with Mr. Luku person. Maybe some pronunciations might be different. That's all. There is no difference. We don't have, like in my place, we don't have anything central. But people from the East always say that this central language from Onitsha down to Asaba. But in Abo, they have a different species or dialect of
dialect.
Yes. Umunede the same. Obiaruku the same. But at the end of the day, all of us are one. There was a program, one Igbo priest or pastor was asking some persons, he will ask them, where are you from? Now we say, I am from Abo. Igbo, are you Igbo? Now we say no. But your name is Chukuma and you are not Igbo. Okay, how many market days do they have in your place? 4. Name them. And so how are you not Igbo? Some of them will get perplexed, because that was what has been written and taught to them, that they are not Igbos, that they are not the same with the Igbos of Onitsha.
Across the night.
Yes. Mazi. So in Igbo, yes, we have different dialects, but many of us from that Anyocha, we virtually speak the same Igbo. We virtually speak the same. Some language could be deeper. So, but at the end of the day, it is still the same, Mazi.
Go on, please. There, we'll go on.
Okay. Now,
you were talking to your people in the language, in Igbo language. Go on.
Okay, I should go on in my Igbo language.
Of course, yes. Go on.
because
Okay.
we will open
Okay.
our lines in a jiffy. I wanted us
Okay.
to talk
Okay.
about some news headlines, but go on, please. Let me see.
Okay. So, biko nu, ndị Igbo, ndị anyọma, na-ekene unu ncha biko nu, njikọ Chukwu na-arịọ unu, biko nu. Anyị ncha bụ Biafra, anyị ncha bụ ụmụ IPOB. Unu afụga na anyị esi bịa bụ anyọma, ọ anyị ọcha, ndị Ubulu ukwu, ndị Selu ukwu, Ọgwashi ukwu, Idumuje ụnọ, Idumuje Ugboko, ndị Ụmụede, Ubulu Okiti, Ubulu ụnọ, biko nu, anyị ncha bụ ofu. Anyị ncha bụkwa ofu utu ndị mụ anyị nọ Ọnịcha, ndị Owerri, ndị Enugu, ndị Nsụka, anyị ncha bụkwa ofu. Sọsọ ife dị n'ime bụ asụsụ anyị dịsị n'iche but nwancha bụ Igbo. Anyị ncha bụkwa ndị Igbo bụ anyị otega anyị nọte. Anyị bụ ndị nwe anị, anyị dọ. Anyị bụ anị. Ụmụnne onye Fulani ga-esi enyi bọọbụ na-abịa si na bịa ga-agwa anyị na webụ ndị nwe anị. Mba, ọ ma mme, ụmụnne oge oge ji mee. Anyị bụ ndị nwaanyị anyị. Anyị bụ ndị nwaanyị anyị. Anyị bụ ndị anyị ọcha, anyị bụ ndị anyị ọma. Anyị bụ ndị IPOB, anyị bụ ndị Igbo. Anyị adịna dịka ndị si na wasi South bịa. Mba, ndị na-asị na wa bụ Niger Delta. Unu anụ negabe wasi use South in the whole world. Na demography of a people or of their land. No, what they mean. Because only say the map of what? If I might north, south, west, east, or go. When sometimes what actually describe something, one can say, okay, that place was south, but eastern part of the south. Then I got Wi-Fi if I go. But anywhere on the phone, now I use the south, Niger Delta. Why Chinedu anyị, why Chinedu anyị, biko nu, na-arịọ unu ncha. Dịnụ vigilant na bụ nọ. Ọ na-anụ na ndị Fulani nọ na Ọkpana n'ime ọfịa, wa nọ na Asaba n'ime ọfịa. Ndị anyọma, ndị anyọcha, na-agwa unu, unu malife anyị nwe, kpụpụ anụ nwa ncha. Kita ka anyị nidie, kita ka anyị nidie, bikonu. Atụza n'ụjọ, atụna n'ụjọ. Onwe ndị ụmụnne anyị si Owerri, Ọnịcha bịa na ego anyị na Asaba na-alụ ụlọ. Yes. Anyị nabatara dịka ndị be anyị. Ofu ka anyị bụ, ofu ka anyị niile bụ. Igwe bụkwa ike o, Igwe bụ ike mi. Daalụnụ. Mazi, thank you.
There were Mazi. You know, some people might be saying, that why are we going back on this, that it is already settled? No. We must continue consistently reminding our people.
Yes.
That is consistent. We going to school. How many years did you go to school to become what you are today? Every day, people go to school to still learn. You learn. You repeat. Repetition. That is what consistently. It continues to stimulate our brains to remind us of all those things you call mundane. That why? But that is the main problem. You understand? We should never continue allowing our enemies to mesmerize our brains, to join our brains together. Because when they come, they divide us. Britain is the ones dividing brothers, but still they will come and tell you, live with people that are not even your brothers. They will tell you, your diversity is your strength. You understand? But they will come to your brothers and divide, make you to be further away from your brother, so that you'll be seeing your brother as your enemy.
Yes.
Is it not the same thing? The reason why churches and the Jews are flourishing in our land today, they make you look your village people as the problem. Your problems. Is it?
Yes.
Mazi, is it not the same thing?
The
way they can be able to obtain you, so that you trust them that they are the main thing. You'll be giving them money. They create enmity between you and your brother, your people. So that they will tell you, if you go your village, don't give anything to your villagers. Otherwise, they will use it, cause you difficulty. And who will you be giving? Mazi, is it not the pastor? He have twisted you, manipulated you, divided you, separated you from your people. And he will be reaping the good results. Now you take him, any slightest thing, you go and tell your pastor. Now your people will become your enemies. That is what Britain did to us. I'm just giving you analogy.
Yes, you're right.
Britain did to us. They divided us, separated us from our brothers among ourselves, causing confusion. No, I'm not Igbo. Go on Igbo. This is we are now Rumokute instead of Umokute. I am not Igbo. I am Rumola. I'm no more Umola. No, they cause problems, wahala between us. As we are fighting, they continue milking us. And we are killing ourselves. We are fighting ourselves. I am from South. I am from Niger Delta. I am not Igbo. I am. Oh, you are trying to run away from your shadow. But you cannot. Your shadow is. You cannot. When they refuse to take Igbos, when they bring down Igbos from the bus that are evacuating Nigerians from Sudan capital, they remove it. They didn't ask you, are you from Anioma? Are you from Anom? No. Igbo is an Igbo man. Come down. The same thing. Everybody now you are being classified as one people. In Lagos, when they were disenfranchising people, warning people Igbos from not voting, they don't say, oh, you Igbo. Even to the extent they have to disenfranchise Benin people even. I saw many people that we are complaining on the social media. We are not Igbos, we are Benio. Why are you disenfranchising us? So anybody that is not a Yoruba now will become Igbo. That is how it is. Talk less of an Igbo man saying that he is not Igbo, so that you escape from your shadow. You cannot. That shadow is following you, whether you like it or not. Though we suffer the defeat, though the whole world turned against us, because that time it was a digital war. I mean, analog world, but today it's a digital world. Yes. Today, many countries have understood that, like the Eastern Bloc, they have now understood that, look, after all, the West was doing it, for their own private interests. That time they were thinking that, okay, any proceeds, all of us will share it. But today they have seen that they created a unipolar world, and they are regretting. So we need to tap into that and benefit. That is what I'm saying. So people should stop running away from their shadows. Ikwere. I'm Ikwere, but I'm not Igbo. What is your name? My name is Amadi Dike. But I'm not Igbo. What language do you speak? I speak Ikwere. To tell him that I speak Igbo is heavy in his mouth, because you are running away from the stigmatization of a defeated people. Accept it, accept that, and say, yes, we are defeated. That is why here we preach. There is nothing like no victor, no vanquish in 1970. We are defeated, but not conquered. From 1970, they tried to conquer us, but here we understand and we refuse. So we are not going to continue accepting that we are brave enough to look ourselves. Yes, I'm coming, Mazi. We are brave enough to look ourselves in the mirror and say, yes, they deceived us, they defeated us in a war. But defeat is not the end of the world. They tried to now from 1970 to conquer us forever. But we understood and we found out, and we are now rebelling. So accepting the reality is not a sin, it's not a crime. Stop running away from the stigma of defeat. After all, Germany, we are in Germany. Germany was defeated completely in a war. They tried, some hardliners tried to say, like Poland, and Czechoslovakia, Czech, they tried to say, let us conquer Germany forever by annexing and wiping out anything Germany from the minds of people. Now they say, okay, let us, and just exactly what they tried to do Biafra. They say, okay, they say Biafra has died since 252 years.
Yes.
They removed Bight of Biafra. They erased it from the world map. But they left the Bight of Benin. They left the Gulf of Guinea. But they wiped off Bight of Biafra. They went to every extent. Biafra fought us dirty. That is why we should rise up and fight dirty. We have to be courageous enough in order to, just as Mazi Ezekulie said, we need to be courageous enough. Do you know when somebody who is brave enough go use mouth to carry shit in order to burn somebody on the face? Do you know what it means? That you are no more a living human being. You are suicidal. You are poto yourself.
Yes.
Britain photos dirty. You know what is dirty? They didn't pity us. They make sure that we become annihilated from this planet Earth. We become nothing. Though we will be existing as individuals, but we become nothing. That is what that was their plan. But to their consternation, that is why they made sure, that bitterness they have against IPOB, against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, till today, Britain, I say United Kingdom, is highly mad against IPOB. But there is nothing they can do. There is nothing they can do. We are no more in an analog world whereby BBC is the owner of the world when it comes to media. BBC. Oh, anything that BBC talks good. Today, BBC is really... Where is BBC, Igbo? Mazi, can you tell me, where is BBC, Igbo? We pursued BBC, Igbo, into oblivion. I can say it with pride. We called BBC, we disgraced them. And this is no more 1967. When we tell them, they don't believe. This is a digital world. We will use their system to fight them. Okuche, is it not brain?
Yes.
We will use their system to fight. They are powerful, yes, when it comes to physicalness. But we have brain. We will use it. We relegated BBC into oblivion. I don't know how many years I don't even listen to BBC World. I don't even know. Like many of us, people have now understood. We are no more before when the world was analog. Only BBC controls the world. The world have changed. They should understand it. It's no more like before. When everything we call is them once they talk. Now we are going into a multipolar world. Though it will be hard, though it will be suffering, but we are ready to face the reality. We are ready to face the suffering. It doesn't matter, and we will get our liberation. That is
yes,
it.
we will.
Mazi, please make your comments. Let us open the lines.
Mazi.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that? When I was, growing up, I was thinking of Biafra so much that I said to myself, I would love to fight for Biafra. Now, as I was growing up, I heard about myself. I was looking at them with one eye. I was telling myself, these people are this serious or not. When I came across IPOB, I heard of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I was listening to him. I was listening. The things that he was saying, many had happened, and many are true, and many are still going to happen, which have happened. And I said to myself, I think this is the platform where I am needed to play my role in Biafra becoming a nation. And you see, Biafra is meant to come out. To come out in the multipolarism. Biafra wasn't meant to come out in the unipolarism. It was meant to come out in the multipolarism of powers in the world. And it will shock many that as soon as Biafra comes, there is going to be full electricity of light all over Africa. We are going to tap our sun, the energy that Chukwu used to bless us. We are going to use it to lighten everywhere. and people are going to be put to shame. The Fulanis are going to regret everything they did against us because we look at them like people that have sold themselves. They will come to beg us. They will come to beg Biafra, God, please, we didn't know what we were doing. Please, they are going to kneel down and bow and apologize to us. It is what they will do. I have written about it before, that Fulani, all of you are, I don't know what to call you people. You think Britain loves you? Britain hates you. Britain can change within a second and say, yes, these Fulanis are terrorists. They will start dropping bombs in your place. They will go and make countries that are like them, like us, and say, okay, we are going to form an alliance to fight these people. Mazi, see, Britain is going to come to beg. They are going to form alliance in that multipolarism. It will no longer be unipolarism again because every one of them will want to engulf themselves to any country that is part of the multipolarism. That is the way it is going to be, Mazi. That is the way it will be. Dalo Mazi.
Yeah, well, Mazi, what I want Biafrans to know today, be courageous. Remain courageous. You know, my joy is this. I am not here for, trying to do something so that I will gain something from Biafra. I mean, Biafra restoration. No. That is not my mindset. I might not gain nothing. I might fall anytime. I might not get nothing. But what makes me happy is the legacy. That tomorrow our names will be written in a marble. That these are the people, the courageous, ordinary people. You know, ordinary people. That's why I like that man, Brekete, that answers ordinary president. We are the ordinary people that fought the almighty Britain to stand still in order to restore Biafra. I am done. Anywhere I am, I reincarnate, I'm happy. That is the thing. Because we cannot continue this. It is a slap in Biafran's face. A complete insult to take us that we are not human being enough. People that came to our land and learned many things. They saw many things. They destroyed the great walls of Benin Empire. Mazi, do you know that the walls of Benin Empire was bigger than that of the Chinese wall? Do you know that?
Yes, it was.
But they destroyed it. Britain destroyed it. They destroyed it so that the world will never see the ancient black people civilization. They destroyed our pyramid in Udi. People that did this thing, after they say, oh, they brought us Christianity to go to heaven. I said, people that made us to be like, you know, to be nothing. To be regarded as nothing in this world. At least what have you the Benin wall of Benin, old Benin Empire? You know, today they are talking about only the Chinese wall, the old Chinese wall.
Yes,
Great Wall of China. They call it the Great Wall of China. But little did the people know that there is a wall that is bigger than that in Benin. Benin. So why should Britain allow the black monkeys to be seen as highly technological people before them? How should they know? Why should they allow the world in order to know that we had civilization? And that is why they damaged that mindset. So that even we, our own people, ignorance, it's saying that, oh, our ancestors did not do anything. They were living like animals before. They didn't know. Go and tell them that, look, Benin Empire, the wall of Benin Empire was the greatest wall in the whole world, bigger than that of China, more sophisticated than that of the Great Wall of China, which they left standing. Britain didn't destroy them. There is a reason for that. Look at the Sphinx of Egypt, the Sphinx of Pharaoh in Egypt.
Yes.
Somebody asked, he said, why is it that I have been talking about this right from 2019.
Yes.
I started this broadcast on Radio Biafra.
Yes.
Go and watch the Sphinx of Pharaoh, the images. Always they destroy the nose. Do you know why? The nose are missing. Because with a flat nose, you understand that this is a black man.
Yes.
Anything about black civilization, they destroy it.
Exactly.
So that in the mindset of the generations now, people will now start saying that, we are good, our ancestors were good for nothing. That is the only thing they wanted to achieve. So that people will be doubting, say, no, without the white men, we will be nothing. We will be living inside the bushes. They never knew that black people invented soap. Soap. It's to wash clean. This soap, you think that is white? No. The white people at the olden times, Benin Empire were exporting soap to Portugal in the 15th century. They didn't know what is soap. They don't wash well, ordinary water. They were dirty. It's a historical fact. But how many people know this? Do you know that the pyramid in Sudan, today's Sudan, is more than that of the one in Egypt? But why don't they study? Why don't Western archaeologists go to Sudan to excavate and study it and publish it? Why? Because they feel that they will be promoting black civilization. You know why that? Because Sudan is still occupied mostly by black people.
Yes, exactly.
But today they promote that of Egypt. Do you know why? In order to showcase to the world that look, it's the Arabs that are occupying Egypt today that build all these things. We are at this. It's like now here when I ask black race and here when I ask Biafrans. We need to be up and running, please. We need to be up and running. We will defeat them with superior arguments. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. Britain, we will defeat Britain with superior arguments, and all will be history.
Last
word, please. Let me open the lines.
It will shake the world.
Yes. Go on. You want to say something? Go on.
Yes, I wanted to say something. Yeah, Mazi, you see, our people, our Igbo. Recently, I've been watching many of them on, I'll see many of them. They are doing what do they call these things? Prank. They will be pranking each other. I will be asking myself, these people are in Nigeria pranking each other. How will they feel if Fulani come and prank them with their AK-47? Our people are not thinking. Can't they see that we are still at war? We are at war. They have started decimating us, burning our markets in Lagos, crushing houses, burning houses in the east, killing our people in the north. And some Igbo youths are still up and running up and down and doing pranks. Fulani is going to prank many of them. Fulani will prank many of them. All those Igbo governors, Igbo politicians, Fulani will prank all of them. And any one of them that is against Biafra existing as a nation, the land of Biafra will reject all of them. He say. Mazi, thank you. He
said, Mazi, we shall now go into few minutes break, so that when we come back, our lines will be opened for people to call in and express their views on the issues at hand. Please do not go away. We will be right back.
Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, under the leadership of St. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they pass this message to all Biafran where they live for North, West, Central, part of the British company called Nigeria, that the time to think and look homeward with immediate double quick match. Now, just package yourself, family and business with alacrity and hand Lily to Biafra land. All this killy destruction of our businesses, livelihood and so on, to the extent of having a new national anthem titled "Go Back to Your Place" without condemnation from any quarters no be in vain. My people, na test run of their plan and agenda. Every Biafran and the wider zoo must think home now, because if it no happen for Sabado, it go happen for Domingo. If they chase you out of that British company called Nigeria, no just worry. We never reject you, and we know they reject our own. This una case na welcome development, as our hands dey wide open to receive and welcome una with good heart. In fact, your visit to Ebonyi International Market, Enugu, Owerri, Igbocha, Delta, Calabar, Akwa Ibom, Abia, Anambra, Echitam go make you do nafanananawa for the things we go see there. For this course, with immediate effect, without any sacrament, IPOB don stamp law Pantakato Market for the building of ultra-modern 21st century trade fair complex. No question about that. Therefore, all cow and oche cow must vindicate from law Panta completely without looking back, while auto spare parts, all located in Lagos, must relocate to Anambra State. My people, Mbatu Sianobi for the thing we dey look for Bermuda Triangle, then Yafunyafu for Boashi River. Biafra land is well blessed and very loaded for anything, just name it. Therefore, IPOB they appeal to both Biafrans and diaspora to think home and use the opportunity to invest and explore the beauty of our ancestral land, including the hidden beaches, blue rivers, parks, ranches, lakes, caves, as you romance with friendly nature with fresh tattoos to make your life jolly and your body go dey poko. Biafra, land of investment, inventors, agriculture and opportunities. If it no be Biafra land, it no fit be any other land. Time to translate your ingenuity, expertise, talent into reality is now, for the dry bones are rising. As the sun rises, no man can curse whom Chukwokike Abiyama has blessed. Biafra, the land of opportunities. We are blessed beyond imagination. Let's build and develop our own. Biafra, my home. This message now from the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, under the leadership and command of Saint Mazi Nnamdi.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land, and here with me is Mazi Joe Agafe, who I am here with. Therefore, our lines are open, but before that, please, let me read IPOB press release. And do not forget that today is Tweet Tuesday, yes, and we are in our worldwide telephone call and Twitter campaign worldwide. You understand? You know, we as I said, Mazi Nnamdi say we fight dirty. We use everything available in a war. We don't fight a gentleman war, because maybe before our fathers that fought the war, they fought gentleman war. Because I could remember before the Hannibal died, before he passed on, our great general Mazi, can you remind me his name again?
I think it's
why am I forgetting? Our great general, the Hannibal. They call him the Hannibal.
yes.
Why? Chineke kwena unka obiana maoro kwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So unkazi. You forget his name also.
Yes. I will get that in existence.
Chineke kwena yonjo. So before he passed on, there was one time I listened to his interview. I think his statement sometime. The person asked him, he said, well, you know, the thing annoyed me anyway. I must be frank with you. There is a statement he made.
We are talking of Joseph Achuzie.
Achuzie, the Hannibal.
Sierra River, yes. Yes.
Yeah. I think it's from Anioma too.
Yes, it's from Anioma, yes.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
it's not Igbo.
You see? And I'm
So, he said,
from my place, we have 3 important officers.
yes, not only 3, many. Mazi, it's not 3. There are many.
There are many, yes.
Yes. So one thing he said, although I got pissed off, because they asked him, he said, why didn't you continue maybe guerrilla warfare? Some of you guys after the war. He said, no, we didn't want to destroy Nigeria. We had the capacity, the capability, but we didn't want to destroy something. See, onye nna Mazi, that is our dear commander general. That is hi, man, this one. Now we are not fighting a gentleman war. We fight the team. That is why we use anything at our disposal, including this phone call. Today you can tweet and you can talk to a president, world president, through tweet.
Yes.
The phone numbers are there. So why are we not using it, for goodness sake? Every Biafran should be calling and tweeting and following, retweeting in this campaign.
Mazi.
Yes.
Mazi. We might find like agency, they are find out apathy.
In Agwama apathy. Poto now.
Oh, I apathy kind of now.
Of course.
And Nime the aya apathy. Digital the Nime, Twitter the Nime.
Yes.
All the platforms of everything on it, all the media, aya China now.
Yes.
So our people will have to wake up. Mazi, please go on.
Of course, yes. Because there is no gentility. We need to use everything at our disposal.
At our disposal.
Yes.
Yes.
When you can tweet and President Joe Biden read your tweet, what then are you talking? You use it to campaign, to make sure that people are seeing what we are doing, why we are fighting. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still illegally detained in the Nigerian secret police dungeon without medical care, without proper food, illegally. Nigeria as a country that America is selling Tucano jet fighter. Although, Mazi, do you know that Tucano jet fighter is almost Second World War it was being used? But
Mazi, I even they used this before the Second World War.
Of course. It is I think it is extinct, is out of stock. The American military don't use it again. They don't use it any longer. They don't use it. So they sell it to Neanderthals and they are happy that they got it.
You know that during the Biafran war, our Air Force was just ordinary plane was converted into a bomber. Yes.
Cruise missiles, Biafra research and development. We are on the verge of building aircraft fighter jets, Biafra fighter jets. Different names. But the blueprint of these things go on, burnt it down, burnt the inventions of black people because of hatred, because of myopism. Mazi,
Mazi, you see that man? Mazi, you see that man? He is going to confess. He will not die without confessing, no. Because if he dies without confessing, he will go and meet 6 million children that he killed. They will pursue him back to life. That he must confess before he comes to receive king, spiritual king. He will, Mazi. He will, because
Of
he
course.
cannot escape it. He cannot escape it.
There will.
He's coming. He's not a Christian. He wants to pray for what?
Ya
Mazi.
kpere nne nwụrụ anwụ na nna ya nwụrụ anwụ ndị ara. Mazi, let me read I have people that are already waiting.
On the line.
Yes.
Okay.
But let me read this press statement. IPOB press release of the 2nd of April 2023 captioned, IPOB members are not criminals and innocent of Nigeria police accusations. We, the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the command and leadership of our great and indefatigable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, condemns Anambra Commissioner of Police for linking IPOB and ESN to the criminal activities in Anambra State and other parts of the eastern Nigeria. Nigeria police habit of forcing criminals to confess as being members of IPOB or ESN is absurd and unprofessional. We wonder how Nigeria police keep ridiculing themselves by linking the innocent members of IPOB to criminal activities because of their hatred and blackmail agenda against the IPOB. The Nigerian police use of media to blackmail IPOB for crimes they themselves masterminded is crazy. They make their assertions without investigation. A mark of cowardice. How come those criminals whom Nigeria police arrange to confess as belonging to IPOB or ESN are never arraigned in court in public? This makes mockery of professionalism of the Nigerian police force. For public information, neither IPOB members nor ESN operatives indulge in criminality. None of those criminals arrested belong to IPOB, but the Nigeria police makes up their own news to blackmail our peaceful movement. On the other hand, it is public knowledge that some of the criminal gangs arrested so far had some serving as police officers or sacked police officers as their members. Nigeria police is fully aware of the innocence of IPOB, but because of an agenda to blackmail, demonize, and get IPOB internationally proscribed, they run to the media and link us with any criminal activities in Biafra land. The Nigeria police institution should be ashamed of themselves for breeding criminals who blackmail IPOB. Those behind these criminalities of kidnapping in Anambra State and Eastern region are not IPOB members or ESN operatives. The Nigeria police knew those who were the real criminals. IPOB doesn't indulge in such criminal activities like kidnapping, snatching of people's cars, and killing of innocent citizens. IPOB members and ESN operatives are being hunted by the Nigeria government and her security agencies for protecting our lands against the invading Fulani terrorists nicknamed the Headsmen. We cannot at the same time be kidnapping and committing crimes against the same Biafrans who we are protecting. For Anambra State Police Commissioner to name IPOB and ESN members as responsible for the kidnapping at Nene, even when the criminals have been arrested, shows the evil agenda of the Nigeria police force. Again, IPOB and ESN are focused on defending our lands from terrorists and on the restoration of Biafra as an independent state, not on terrorizing our own people. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for the indigenous people of Biafra. Our lines, as I said, are now opened or have been opened. Let me go on. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a first caller that has been there on WhatsApp, but I crave your indulgence, please. Let me go on this caller on direct line because he has been there just now. I cannot afford to keep him waiting because he's paying. Therefore, caller on direct line, welcome to the program. Can you hear me, please? My goodness me, I thought somewhere and the line just went off. Let me see whether I can bring him in, please. I can bring him back. Caller on WhatsApp, Mazi Ugochukwu, is it? Please, I crave your indulgence. Hold on, let me see whether I can bring back this caller on direct line. Please, let me see before coming to you. I know you have been there for a long time because you are the first caller, or you are the first caller. Mazi Mike Ugochukwu. Please, I don't know. Let me go to you as my phone is okay. Please just hold on. Let me see. Let me see whether I can bring him back. Let me see. Let me see.
Please leave your...
No, I don't know why. Now, caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Welcome to the program. Mazi, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi Ugochukwu.
Yes, I can, brother.
There, well, welcome to the program, please.
Oh, okay, Biafra, Mazi Jonathan.
Biafra, we must hear you. Caller on direct line, please hold on. Hold on, I will come to you. I've been trying to get you, I don't know. But wait, you just hold on. If you cannot hold on, you can call, I will call you back. Mazi Ugochukwu, please go on.
Okay, my brother, thank you. I want to thank our brother. Before doing that, let me first of all thank our leader, Hamadike.
Caller on direct line, please hold on, I will come to you. Hold the line. If you cannot hold the line, you cut and somebody is talking, please. Mazi, go on, continue.
Okay, I want to thank our indefatigable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all the members of IPOB, DOS, and everyone fighting assiduously to make sure that we restore our kingdom back. Mazi, this topic of today was awesome. There is nothing as good as uniting brothers. You see, let me thank that our brother with you. He said his name is Agafeya.
Yes.
My brother, well done. Well done.
He's hearing you.
Well done.
Mazi Joe, hope you're hearing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. So you know what he did now is a very fantastic thing. A fantastic thing by coming up and expressing himself freely, and you corrected him where you corrected him, which is very good. There was a time for privacy sake, I will not call the person name or where he come from. But I will put it this way. I was in Europe somewhere, and I happened to see our brother from Anioma, and we were meeting ourselves, seeing ourselves. He came to study agriculture in Europe. Let me just not call exactly where. So he was having difficulty at the time because he's an Igbo man. But he himself doesn't know that he's an Igbo man, even though his name is Igbo. And I asked him one time, he told me that he was having problem of paying because there was nobody helping him from the government. So, but all his mates from the north are being sponsored by Nigerian government. But he himself is not sponsored. So, what did I do? Because he's Igbo, because of his name. When I speak Igbo to me, speak English and broken to me, I was laughing. So at the time I brought him into my house because he's an Igbo person. I said, come and stay here, even if it's 3 months, so you can save money and before you can be able to go and look for another room somewhere. So until one day he said to me that he's not Igbo. I said, what? That is the middle of winter. He said, you're not Igbo, but your name is Igbo. And what is going on? He said his mama is from Benin. His papa is from Anioma. He is not Igbo. I said to him, if you ever open your mouth, say to me that you are not Igbo again, I will chuck all your things outside. You have Yoruba friends. you have Hausa friend, you have all of them, but none of them help you. It is your brother. I'm helping you because you are my brother. Because of that name that joined us together, that's why I will make sure that you are not stranded in Europe on the street. Then there is another one here, as I'm living here in the United Kingdom. Whenever I talk something, he be speaking English to me, claiming not to be Igbo. And I asked him, I said, my brother, how can me and you be still sitting together, doing the same work? Instead of you talk to me in our language, you speaking Igbo to me. I mean, you speak English to me, or broken. What is going on? He will have kaka. So what my brother did today, I will pass it to all of them to hear, because I don't see any difference between anybody, whether you're from Suka, whether you're from Ejo, whether you're from Abriba, whether you're from Urobo. We are all one family. We are Igbos. When we go home, we start separating that one. Because if our brother came here to explain to us who he is, and which is correct, our people were killed and being suffered tomorrow because of our brother's name, which is Chukwuma Nzogbo. Nothing else. It's not because his name is or his name is Jubri. No, because his name is Chukwuma. That's why he's here to explain to us, and that's why we are listening. And that's why I am very, very happy for what he did today. And history, we remember him. And Mazi Jonathan, history will continue to remember you because you are doing a fantastic job. You see this thing where this country, where they have come Britain did to us. If you not take time, as we are taking time now, something would have happened more. But thank God we are taking time. You see, another thing is when we talk about language, the dialects. I'm living here in Liverpool presently. If a Liverpool person speak, somebody in London cannot even understand what he's saying, but he's speaking English. They are called Scouser. Maybe you may know somebody called Wayne Rooney that is playing football, or Steven Gerrard. They are all from Liverpool. But when they speak the English, it's different. Even when you call roundabout, they call it a little island. When you call street light, they call it a satellite. So they are English people. Our own cannot be different. And my brother, I want to say, keep on keeping on, doing what they are doing. Almost say Biafra. Biafrans, remember 30th May is coming. All road list wherever we're going to celebrate in there, oh my brother. I remain each year. Ugochukwu Emeka Nwajago. All hey Biafra.
Almost hey Biafra. There we Thank you very much. Of course. We must continue. Caller on direct line. What is? I think I muted this. Why is he making noise? Let me see. Sorry. Listeners. Caller on direct line. Where is? I don't know. Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry. There are many telephones here. I'm telling you, I don't even know which one is ringing. But now I found out. I'm telling you honestly. I was picking another one. I don't know that is another one. There are many phones here. Please. I'm sorry. Please go on, please. Yeah, go on. Caller on direct line, please go on.
The so-called founding fathers of Nigeria, the Igbo one, the Zik and Co. He was the one that sold us out, because when they were carving out Midwest region or the Western region, he failed to include his brother, Igbo brothers in that area into the Eastern region. Now, people fail to understand that the Anyomas, the so-called Anyomas, are the ones that brought about this Biafran British Civil War. Chukwuma Nzogbo was an Anyoma man. Now, also, a lot of Anyoma sons fought on the Biafran side. I don't know if you hear about the man Anuku. Anuku was the commander of Biafran Navy. He is from my village. And during the war, Ojukwu sent security to come and evacuate my brother who sits on the throne of my forefathers till today to the east for safety.
Mazi, you are from
People are not aware of this. No, I'm from Ika.
Okay. Okay.
Now, all the
My brother, sorry. Is Ika not Anyoma?
Ika is Anyoma. It's part of Anyoma.
Thank you. Okay.
Now,
Mazi, do you see how you quickly corrected him? Do you see it? Do you see how painful it is? When
yes.
I speak Anyoma, my language is Anyoma. It's the same thing. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
go on.
Yes. So, as I was saying, all the deities they have in the hinterland, the Igbo land, Ikenga, Aja, and the rest of them, is there in Anyoma or in the Kaland. Now, Umwada will have that. Umokoro will have that. Ubiche will have that. I mean, Omo will have that. So I don't understand. The problem is that we keep thinking because of the civil war that came about and the division that was created to divide us. Because when they came around to Ikala, they tell you, if you say you are Igbo, we will kill everybody. So a lot of people say we are not Igbos, we are one Nigeria. And they forced us to write one Nigeria at the door. I remember that. I was a young kid. So the thing about it is this. That is why, like, let me buttress back. He says, General Effion told them when he was handing over the deed of so-called, I don't know if I should call it surrender or whatever. He says, he told the governor, he said, you better treat the children, you better treat the survivors better, otherwise their children will rise up and fight. And that is what is happening today. So the thing about it is this. A lot of people in Anyoma and particularly in Ika, they keep saying they are not Igbo. They are not Igbo. Your name is Okwoma. Your name is Ozoma. Your name is Chukuma. Your name is Ifeanyi Chukwu. Your name is all the Igbo. Your market is Ika Afo Oyenko. You have Obi. So I don't understand this. So that is why I keep saying there will never ever be anybody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he went and searched for his lost brothers. Ohaneze never did it, and they are not doing it. It's of recent now because of political expediency. You come and say, "Oh, I'm an Igbo man." He remember now he was an Igbo man. So they want to be part of the Igbos. So they will say, oh, we have an Igbo vice president. So all this stupidity is just mind-boggling. So here we could now, in the law, look at what to be. I will be Igbo. Whether you can like it or not like it now, I will be Igbo. Ndị Fulani bịa weke bepụ n'olu, ụmụesi ụmụ ndị Igbo, ụmụ ndị Igbo. We never no actually minority majority. How do you hear me? We didn't check, we don't know majority, minority. Okay, no, I do. Almost no, I want to be. Okay, I mean, the how you do. Almost we do. Almost we do. Then you not always know a cow with a distinct language. A cow with distinct language. From where? Where is Betika? A boy Abido, a big language Abido. So, Uzuzuhun or Kareka, Dodoni, Subuano, Chupiano, Mazi, Jonathan, thank you. I don't want to take any more of your time.
There were. We must continue because we are all one people. This division we have understood. It is an old game, but it works wonders also. But we must continue. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Let me see. Did I disconnect it? Let me see. Let me see. Just hold on. Caller on signal. Where is the wire head? Okay. Caller on signal. Are you there? Please go on.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
There, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good evening, great Biafra all over my name remains Mazi Wisdom. Mazi Wisdom is from Ohaji, Ebema, and Ebema is in Imo province, Biafra land. Mazi, I'm here to, thank you and also thank our brother that have come to enlighten us the more about we, the Igbos. Like you said, the Igbos, we are in 13 states, not only 5 states. We are in all the 13. If you go to Ebema River State, I from Ebema Imo State, they shouted us, they divided us into 2. They put some in Ebema River State, they put some in Ebema Imo State, which our leader even opened my eyes that we also have Ebema in Delta State. I don't even know that we have Ebema in Delta State, but our leader said that we have Ebema in Delta State. So what I'm saying this night is that, like what you said, we must continue, and this consistency, we must remain resolute in what we are saying, and we will continue to be educating our people, based on what we are saying. It's only in Nigeria that we have South-South. In other countries of the world, there is nothing like South-South, and some gullible people, some stupid ones, they believe that they are South-South. Here I am, I never hear South this or South. It's only in Nigeria. That is why they are zoo. That is why the animal kingdom. And I'm telling all our brothers, like our people, I have explained this thing before in Radio Biafra. When I was in secondary school, the place I went to school was Okuzi, and Okuzi is close to our place, but they are in Ebema River State. Some of my classmates, they answer Ugochukwu, but when you ask them, they say they are not Igbo. But I'm asking them, if you are not Igbo, your name is Ugochukwu. What is the meaning of Ugochukwu? Ugochukwu, is it a French name? Or Ugochukwu, is it a Hausa or Fulani name? Why will you deny your origin, your originality? They have the same place, they have a market there that they used to go there on Eke day. They have these 4 market days. But you say you are not Igbo. But what we have come to do, and what our leader have come to do, is that we have come to tell Britain that enough is enough. We have realized who we are, and we must go back to our origin. We are Biafrans and we are Igbos. Mazi, do you know, I met one guy here today. The guy said that he's from Volta region here in Ghana. So the guy was telling me, we are discussing. He told me that, do you know that my father is an Igbo man? I said, your father is Igbo man? He said, yes. He said that the grandfather told him that they are Igbos. I asked him, okay, do you ask your grandfather or your father the name in Igbo language? He said, yes, that the name of his grandfather is Chukwuemeka. I say, see. So what I'm saying is that we have Igbos in all over the world. Today they are here in Ghana, they are in other side of Volta region, but he still know that his father said that they are Igbo, even though that they born them here in Ghana and they are answering Ghana name, but he know that they are Igbo. So I want to encourage all the Igbos in all the 13 states that we should come together. All Biafra should come together. What we are fighting is for the collective of our people, not for only for one interest. We are not for fighting for one interest, but for the collective of all the people, because the suffering we are suffering now is collectively. So it's just some greedy politicians that are benefiting. So we that are suffering in massive, we are fighting, to make sure that suffering will stop. All Biafrans all over the world, I want to encourage us. If anybody think that you are not Igbo, even with those that speak, whether it's Igbo or not Igbo, all of us are the same. Whether Ejo, whether Ogoni, we are all the same people. We are all the same people. We are brothers and sisters. Even here, you see some people, like I asked one guy, because I like interacting with the people anywhere I go. The guy was telling me that even in their side, in this part of Ghana, that they in their place, that all of them don't speak the same language, but they are the same people, but they don't speak the same language. So it's So why will he come to Biafra land? They divide us and say because you're not speaking Igbo, you're not Igbo. So Mazi, I want to tell our people we are all the same people. So thank you for picking my comment. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
You too.
We must continue.
There were Mazi. We must. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello?
Yes. Welcome to the program. Go on.
Okay. Biafrans in there one. Ana m ekene onye ọbụla. Yes. Mazi Jonathan Dalo. We are really making our brain to open, our mind. Everything in us is waking up. Thank you so much. Yes, Maz, this your program this evening is very, very wonderful with our brother. There was a time somebody came to my office. And immediately I heard his interview. When I started listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our great leader, that we have to love ourselves. So when this guy came to my office, when he spoke, that intonation, I said, "Are you Igbo?" He hesitated. I said, "No, I've heard your intonation. You are Igbo. What's your name?" He said, "Ekene." I said, "You are Igbo now." He said, "That is from Delta." I said, "Delta is Igbo now. Your name is Ekene. Ekene Chukwu. Is it not Igbo?" Yes. So, okay. So he now said that we in the other side, we don't almost embrace them as if we are their own too. I say you lie. It's even you, our brothers in the other side, that always isolate yourself from us.
Let me tell you, all of us are guilty. Yes. Didn't you hear what Mazi here said? Because that is why I asked him this question first. Don't say the person is lying, please. All of us, both the other side or from both sides, all of us are guilty. Don't you hear what the brother said? He said many times they will go. Once it have happened to me, to myself. One abo guy, a brother. Now the other of where do you come from? He said from my abo. The other of my brother also. He's from Anambra. Me, I'm from Imo. He said, I'm saying, no, why should you say this? It's the same thing. All of us are guilty, honestly. Go on.
So, Mazi, what I done told you, I say you're my brother, okay? I'm going to help you and do everything for you. And I helped him. I did everything. Wanted to give me. So I said, no. Why should I collect anything from you? You are my brother. And please make sure you reciprocate this love I showed to you to other of any Igbo person you see. He was so happy he left. Then there this lady again that came to our office again, and I think I've told you this story. And I asked her, "What is your name?" She told me it's an Igbo name. I said, "You're Chinedu, right? That means you are Igbo." She was like, I said, "You are Igbo." She first of all told me her English name. She said, "No, I want your native name." She said Chinedu. I said she's from she said she's from Ukwane. I said Ukwane. Even that Ukwana, don't you know that is Igbo? She said that when they were growing, they told them that they were not Igbos, that they migrated from Benin. And I said, "How old are you?" She's like maybe 50-something going to 60. I said, when you were little, they told you that you were Igbo, that you are not Igbo. You migrated from Benin. You migrated from Benin. You have now grown. Why not ask yourself, how come we are told that we are migrated from Benin, but we don't bear their name like Osas, Osanobua, all these don't name. You don't bear the name. At least you ask yourself question. Somebody close by asked, "Okay, what do you call a head in your dialect?" She said, "Isi." Everybody there started laughing. "Okay, what do you call eye?" She said, "Anya." People started making caricatures. Say, "Look at you. You don't even know that you are Igbo." So she was like, I was like, you were little, you were deceived. But now that you have grown, you're supposed to ask yourself question, how come? How could it be possible that they are telling me I'm not Igbo, but my name is Chinyere, my name is Nkiru? I tried to talk to her, but I don't know if she accepted or not. You know, this thing is really killing us deeply. Just like the other day I was traveling, when I stopped at that Umunede to buy something, I met those ladies. And I said, what is your name? She said, Nkechi. I said, okay, my sister, you are from the same side. She said that if I speak my language that you will not hear. I said, oh, yeah, we are all Igbo, just that our dialect differs, you know. I saw you speak your language. She now spoke, you know. I translated it to the general Igbo. I said, see, that you know that I understand your own language more than an Nsukka man, more than an Abakaliki man, that I understand your own Igbo more than our brothers and sisters from the other side. She was like surprised. So I really thank you for this, our brother that you brought to to our radio Biafra to expose, you know, the evil that this evil government has. Do I say it's British or Fulanese? You know, separated brothers.
It's Britain. It's Britain. You're not using. They started this when they started Willings Minority Commission. Only in the south, only in Biafra land. Go and Google Willings Minority Commission to separate us. Well, please go on and
you see what I was telling? I was telling them. Fulani from Senegal, Fulani from Mali, from different countries of the world who say they are Fulanis. Then my own brother from the next door will not deny me. That's what I'm telling them. Do you know that Fulani all over the world, that they are not even from the same country? When you ask them, they say they are Fulani. They don't even understand themselves in most occasions. But you, my brother, we bear the same name. We eat the same food. We have the same market. They will ask you, say you are not Igbo. Just like this, Mazi, I'm sorry, let me just make this one. That is Stella Damaso. She's an actress.
Wow, that your line is going digital.
There was a time she tweeted that people's name was Ojukwu, but because of during the war they were killing the Igbos. Yes, that they were killing the Igbos. Once they know that your name is Igbo, they will kill you. So,
Wada, how I wish you are making some points.
Our father changed their name to started changing their name so that they would deny the original.
Of course. Wada, please. I think we have caught the gist of the main point. Your line started being digital. Please, I understand. We must continue exposing this evil of separation of brothers. We will continue it. One other said, the Fulani that are scattered all over the world, I mean all over Africa, but they are able to overcome that Berlin conference borders which they created in Africa. You know, when I say that we should admire the Fulani, don't think that it's an understatement or I'm praising them. No, we should learn from them. You should learn from them. After all, the Fulani, they suffered defeats, some places. Yes. Or the only thing you hear is their success in Sokoto Caliphate. They suffer defeats. In Mali, they massacred them, let me tell you. It didn't make them to change and say, no, we are no more Fulani. You know, we losing the Biafran war doesn't mean the end of the world for us. It should catapult us into being more stronger. But you see people running away from their shadows. The Fulani from Nigeria, we see his fellow Fulani that even they don't understand their language, the same full food, because many things have changed. From Mali or from what do you call it? From Central African Republic. It is his brother. They brought them together in Nigeria using Nigerian fund in order to sustain them. because they see themselves as brothers. But we that are still speaking the same language, everything the same, but you say, no, I am not an Igbo. Shame unto you. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Caller on signal, please make it sharp. We are descending towards the end of this program. Caller on signal, can you hear me? You are. Please go on.
Your topic this night, is something to be proud of. I'm telling you honestly. Before I continue, I will recognize the presence of our brother. I might not know your name, but I'm forgetting your name, but I know you are hearing me.
Agafe.
One day, this evening, what you came up here to do this night is pertinent. Because this ambition between brother and brother has become an endemic, or like coronavirus that has destroyed the Igbo man. There is a point you guys made here, very pertinent, because the analogy we are carrying along is that, because by the the point we are making here, people have been mistakenly that now this very division is mainly that all the other people from the other river across the Niger, our brothers from across the Niger, the people always trying to run away from the fact that they are not Igbo or something. But this night, you have made it clear, and it's a very pure truth you pointed out. Our people in the confined in these 5 eastern states, which I'm part of, we have really not done what we are supposed to do, if not for the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because even more myself, I happened to my father I was given birth in a place they call River State today. Ebema. Ebema is made up of 16 villages. Inside that 16 villages, about 3 villages of 3. Either 3 villages is what is in River State, other 13 is Imo State. The same culture, the same Ebaji, the same, because these are Anapo Ebema, which is Ebenamma. That's their history, they are warriors. We are living together as people, harmoniously, but at a point, this division begin to creep in because of politics. Politics destroys our people, because Britain and Nigeria government through the instrumental of Fulani people has already projected this thing to destroy and destabilize us, and they achieved it perfectly. I know about across the Niger. What of us that is in this southeastern state? And this is a derogatory statement as far as I'm concerned. You cannot even have access to that community. And that's going to have the same eastern region, southeast. You will see that all these things are made lip services, but come to the real terms, we are even more divided than we are thinking today. Only him when we put him on today, as far as no from government. This is a problem that our people have refused to happen to. But thank God that a day like this has been created for people like us and people who are not aware. Because this thing is not only taking all little, because we are here, we are on the trail. Only thing like this thing is a small issue in our life today. It is a wrong. This is the division that you cannot even, only 18 months cannot even agree on how one year Igbo. Only thing I know for now, so near moment, everything, but only that ABC. Yes, I'm from Niger Delta. I'm very proud of Niger Delta because of being ignorance, because I call it ignorance.
Mazi, ignorance or stupidity? Oh, stupid. Ignorance is different.
Thank you. As I was also young, But as far as I'm concerned, I need to put more effort on this aspect. No, they are doing handshake across the Niger, but they don't look into all this. Their handshake across the Niger, them and Fulani will sit down on this table and be doing handshake across the Niger. When they do it finish, they are not after looking after their brothers. How can you imagine a certain people that are in a certain state, they push us to 5 states? And as I was a minority, and people are so proud to be minority. Mazi, I won't take much of your time. I know what you're doing is in depth, and we are listening. Mazi, continue.
There we go, Gazikweregi. Thank you. There we the last caller is here waiting. Mazi Gochuku, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Please, you are.
Thank you very much,
caller. There we go.
Yes, Mazi. I salute you for the good job that you are doing, and appreciate you. And then I appreciate my brother there. And then I appreciate Biafra and Nnamdi and the BOS, HODS. I salute everyone. Mazi, there is a noise that is coming out, but it's definitely not from my side. But I don't know if you're hearing me very well.
I'm hearing you. The whole world is hearing you crystal clear. There is no noise I'm hearing. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. But the reason why I call it is, if you remember when the war was going on, that is when America was fighting Vietnam. Now, when America was fighting Vietnam, it's when Biafran genocide was going on. But there's something, the reason why I bring up this topic now, just to, go through and let our people understand where I was coming from. America was fighting Vietnam, but Vietnam later defeated America. But the general that was in charge of that war asked the then president of America that time for him to give him nuclear bomb. The president refused to give him nuclear bomb to nuke Vietnam. But America, after that war, Mazi, if you can remember me the name of that American president in that 1960 during that war, anyway, I can't remember his name now. But what happened? America did not divide Vietnam. They did not go back again to divide Vietnam. They protect them. They did not do that. But in terms of our own, Britain came, they do everything, they divided us. Not only did they divide us, they sowed this evil seed against our people. Now, why am I saying all these things? The men in Britain was thinking that they are suffering today. It's because of the Ekumenic war. They have never forgotten that war. Someone has stopped them. So what did they do? They go back. If you know Britain very, very well, you have to read their history to remember what they have done. You are dealing with the people who colonized almost the entire world. You are dealing with these people. Very wicked and shady. Now, what they did is they remember that war very well and understand them. They have never forgotten about that war. Now, what is their next move? Their next move is to put that coup you see. That coup, they tell you what coup. That is to where they use everything to kill us automatically. And here comes the war. Here comes the war, the program himself. And now, they happens to succeed in that war, in that genocide. This is where our brothers now, they call Niger Delta. This is where everything fall apart. That is why today things fall apart. This is where everything now scattered. You can see somebody from your answering, you say that it's not evil. Mazi, there's something you say here. We can never put blame for evil. We are all the same people. Before they we do everything. We are all the same person. If you not know all the religion, after the war they start dividing us. How did they do that? Because this is what exactly they will do to tarnish the image of God. They divide us. Now, after dividing us, they make our brothers
How do you want to blame an Igbo man for that? How do you want to blame us for that? Our own brothers, they are supposed to stand again. Our Nigerian brothers, let me put it this way. They are supposed to stand and say, no, this is our brother. They forced them to take their name. They are taking their name by themselves. Why do you blame Igbo? How are you going to support them? You and your brother were still in school. You and your brother was on the way to school. I'm not your brother was going to school. And somebody came and said, listen, this is your brother again. Let him answer another name. And you agree. This is the you have to see the truth here. That is the problem. That is the problem we have. If not the coming of Nnamdi Kanu, our brothers today, we never even that they are evil. So the people will never trust the blame to them. From them to articulate them. The blame should go to them. Because they refuse to answer them.
Mazi, I don't know why. Are you using earpiece anyway? I want to say something, although I want you to be there. Let me say something before you go. I don't know whether you are hearing me. Your line is not as... Are you using earpiece? Your line is not as you. I don't know why.
I'm not using earpiece.
Okay. Now, let me say something in what you're saying. You know, when we start about the blame game, you know, I say blame all of us. You should understand this, because shared responsibility makes things very light. I'm telling you, and this is a fact. You should understand that Azikiwe is the main person that started this consciousness. Before 1929, about women's protest. Before, let me tell you, our people, everybody, I'm not even talking about Igbo only, per se. Every other people, we speak common language. Everybody hears Igbo. Let me tell you. What is your? Go and make your researches. It's mostly things that ricocheted, resulted in the Civil War, and after the Civil War, that people started deviating, even Igbos that cannot answer Igbos again. Talk less of other people that are, at least have another name, like a Joe clan. I could say is a tribe, you know. Now they started disassociating themselves completely with speaking Igbo, because people, which language did our women, Biafran women, use 1929? Because you cannot tell me it's English. No, that time their English was not common. You have courtman that interprets in the white man's court. So, but how did our women communicate? It just they communicated and gathered in Aba, which they call Aba Women Riot. It's Igbo language. So, but let me tell you one thing, because when you say no, we don't have shared blame, the main person that started this rubbish we are seeing in our land is a crack, Azikiwe put, which was turned into a gully today by the British. It's Azikiwe. That singular act he made when he went to Enugu and removed the Yueta, it started the whole mess we are in today. So when you say no, it's not Igbos that we are not, no, we are Azikiwe. No, Azikiwe represents all of us. That is whether we like it or not. That is why I say it's a shared responsibility. He started this, you know, when your enemy sees a crack, they now expand it and turn it into a gully. And that is what we are suffering today. Azikiwe is a demon that I don't know where they brought him from, that started what we are fighting today to repair. That before that time, you could see our Mazi, our veteran Ekulie, say before that time they were all, no person have this consciousness of UFIC, Igbo. No. People didn't know anything until Azikiwe came and make that very deadly and devilish political move. When they pursued him from Lagos, he came to Enugu. The person that was in charge of Enugu administratively was our Efik brother, Eyueta. And he now come and tell the people there that, this person is from Efik, I am Igbo. He opened up that ethnic consciousness that is troubling us today, because they played it on him in Yoruba land. Awolowo started it on him, where NCNC won election, but Awolowo used ethnic bigotry that this person is an Igbo. Oh, he opened eyes. Okay, so now I am Igbo. Okay, they pursue him from there. He tried, they pursue him from there. He now remember that he is from Igbo. Igbo, he never cared to come before. He went to Enugu now, pursued the person that is there. And that Yueta say, okay, he went. If it's you, what are you going to do? Let us say the truth. If it's me, I will go and say, oh boy, these Igbo people, they are wicked though. See as they pursue me. That is the beginning of this ethnic bigotry and now Britain use it now, and is a crack that should be immediately repaired. But Britain, being devilish who they are, they now use it as a crack. They now use it. Go on went to if he can say, okay, you see, you are people. How do you think they are? These are people you call you are the same people. They are against you. I will create. He started creating states, and they say, we welcome it. Removed himself from NCNC, and the fear of this thing made the Ambazonians to leave. I'm telling you, it is the same Britain that convinced the Ambazonians. Say, look, do you see what Azikiwe and Igbo man did to this person? What of you? Do you think that he's going to spare you? That is the origin of Igbos being domineering. What I'm telling you is a historical fact. So it is a shared responsibility. You know, Azikiwe started this mess, and we have to be courageous enough in order to face it. You know, blaming somebody, blaming, it is very easy. But when you have to blame yourself, that is where they know that you're a man. You are courageous. And that is what we must face. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been saying this, and we have to embrace it. So it's not only this people. We start from the origin of this mess. That is the origin of this mess. So Mazi, please conclude, because we are closing. Conclude, just 1 minute, please. Yeah.
Yes, Mazi. For the look of things now, as it stands, are we still going to ask ourselves, let's come together with our brothers? They should know from this first election, they should know that we are. Look at them. So it's from Nigeria. They know who you are. You are in Nnamdi. Our people. I am not seeing a normal person. As in somebody now, they are going to the only people who knows me know me that
Mazi, let me also say this. Mazi, let me also say this. We can never force people by coercion. I mean coercion, force, in order to believe the way you want them to behave. It's impossible. What we are doing is conviction. Mazi, what about we proudly say that, who are you? I'm a Christian. Proud. And we proudly condemn our ancestors, demonize them. What are you going to talk about that? It is a program, something that has been it took many years in order to program this. We need also this time in order to deprogramization. That is what we are doing. It's conviction. We convince our people through superior argument. When they ask question, you reply, and they see that there is reason. What you tell them is reality. They will go and think over it. It is not something with war. You fight. I'm Niger Delta. You boza. The person will beat. You people will fight, and after nothing is solved. But when you give him facts continuously, because this thing, the way we have been programmed to be, it was a continuous process for many decades. So it will take actions and reactions are equal and opposite. according to one of the laws of motion. So, what are you going to, something that it took time, it took money, it took satellite, it took television, it took radio, it took political party to program. It is not something so easily. Once money is inside, and politics, let me say, politics is inside. When they politicize everything, when they came, they favored, they favor corner a section of Biafrans, say they favor them. Look at, do you know that they built Warri? Is it Warri from where? Mazi, if you can remind me, the railway line. Do you know that they carve out Warri? Is it Warri that J railway line? Part of they put it part of the, so for them to have sense of belonging, that yes we are not like Igbo, so they will tell them, you people are not Igbos, we are targeting Igbos, so we give you small, and they are happy.
You are right, Mazi.
You understand me? It is a very big political ploy, very big one, huge one. So we should understand their game and use the same politics in order to dismantle everything. These people, once you give them small crumble, they empower them and say, you know why we are doing this? You people are not Igbos. That is why we are doing this. If you are Igbos, so we will not do, because Igbos are the bad guys. But these people are part of Igbos. They are part of us. They know it's politics. Now, when they agree and they support you, they give them one small crumb. They are happy. You see, once they are happy, they turn again. Anything I say, are you Biafra? No, I'm not Biafra. No, because they know. They told them, if you accept to be a Biafra, all these privileges will be removed. They prefer receiving privileges instead of right. So when they borrow money from China and say, none of these billions of dollars, is it $27 billion borrowed? None of the infrastructure, the railway line, it will not pass through any part of Igbo land. But they come to Warri, they say, okay, we are going to give you small. It will pass there, but you people are not Igbo, so they are happy. It's a very huge politics. So it is not something that is going to be dismantled. It is slow and steady. As people are hearing my voice, even from Warri, from everywhere, they will understand that this is a very deep politics. Divide and rule. They divide you from your brother, give you a small privilege, just a little privilege, and now you turn against your brother. Once they are able to defeat and destroy your brother, now they use you become a slave in their hand. Do you see? Mazi, please conclude.
That is why, yes, the same politics that makes Alamajiri to say the oil in Biafra belongs to Jigawa, the oil in that belongs to Jigawa, it's because of the politics that our and these politicians have been playing. It's because of those politics they can call us all manner of men. If not because of the coming of IPOB, that makes us, when they call us name, oh my people, you have to develop the venom of a black panther, and the venom I have, and they know it. So therefore, we have to continue, and I thought we must to prove Britain wrong and Nigeria wrong, and we are getting it, and we will surely continue, and we must never let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come. We must surely be there. We will win. And at the end of the day, show will be to them. And Mazi, the most important thing that I'm so happy is that our people are waking up. And my brother Nnamdi, he's doing well in his part. Everybody should go and see what he's doing. And then I applaud him. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
This is where I am going to end taking calls, please. I'm switching off the phones. Mazi Joe Agafe, there were, and I know that we will continue. Please, can you remove? My goodness me! Off your listening device, your IPOB community radio, I think is on. Because my voice is echoing. Mazi Joe, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. None is on here.
I don't know why. My voice is. Let me cut and call you back immediately. Let me cut and bring you back. I don't know why. Because we are closing. They use sophisticated weapon against us. It's not easy. Mazi, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Mazi.
Okay, it's okay. Please make your closing remarks in 5 minutes, please. Maximum. Go on.
Okay. Hello, Mazi. I greet you all, great Biafrans. Ndị Igbo niile mmekene nọcha. Ụmụnne ndị Igbo ndị si ndị Owerri, ndị Aba, ndị Igwe Ọcha, ndị Sebukwu, ndị Ogbulukwu, ndị Ọkpanam, ndị Asaba, ndị Ika, ndị Igbanke mmekene nọcha. Anyị ncha bụ ofu, anyị ncha bụ ndị Igbo. Anyị ncha bụ ndị Igbo. British na-atụ ụjọ anyị. Unu sọpọzi na ife. A na-atụ ụjọ anyị. Anyị niile bụ ofu. We are all one. We don't have to let our enemies divide us again. Let us ask questions. Let us begin to ask questions. We shouldn't be up to 50 years, 60 years before we start to ask questions. The asking of questions has to start now because it is going to play an important role inside Biafra as a nation. We are all Biafrans. We are all multilingual. Yes, fine, but we are one. We can create a language. We can create our own language out of all this multipolarism of languages that we have. We can decide to choose the name of cup from Ijo. We can decide to choose the name of cupboard from Ika. You know, we can blend all together and becomes one. We are all one. We should understand this. We are on the verge. We are on the verge of becoming the greatest nation in Africa. And that is one thing that British does not want. British does not want us to exist as a nation because they know that when we exist as a nation, all those military blueprints that they burnt after the Civil War, it will come back. We don't need to write it down. It is a gift that Chukwokika has given us. It is in our brain. We see our children 10 years old, 15 years old, building things without even going to the university. That is the blessing that we have. If those children can do it, what of those of our Igbo brothers, Ijo brothers, Calabar, Urobo, everywhere that went to university that studied engineering, that studied different science-based courses? Who told you that we cannot do them? Who told you that we cannot build roads? Who told you that we cannot build railways? Who told you that we cannot sew clothes? Do you know what about we turn to? About we employ over 500,000 youths for those making clothes, shoes, everything. Our language should not divide us. Our languages should not divide us. Instead, our languages should bring us together as one. I am married here. My wife is from Abia State. She's Igbo. I am Igbo. My kids are Igbo. We cannot deny that. She comes from Umuahia. Same with my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom I respect so much. Every day, I call on our ancestors to go and sit with them, to go and sit with him in that place that he is not alone, they are with him. Over 10 million of Ndi Igbo spirits are with Mazi. Our great ancestors of Ekumeku are with him because he started from where they were stopped. And we all are Ekumeku warriors. Take it or leave it. With our phones, with our laptops, with our tablets, with our pens, with all the time we spend on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, writing every day, tweeting and retweeting, making calls. We are all warriors. Only that we have our specific commands, different commands from where we are fighting our own battle.
Thank you very much for being here with me. Biafrans and lovers of freedom. some people might not understand this, or some people might be playing down on Radio Biafra. Let me tell you, the most important part of the restoration effort is these expositions, the teachings, the learnings from this Radio Biafra. Both the presenter and the callers, we learn from each other. It's our rallying point. People might not understand what it means, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say we don't want a Biafra that will be restored and filled up with idiots, people with different types of sentiments, blockheads. When you talk here, they talk the other side. If you are talking about how we are going to initiate something good from our own initiative in order to continue, no matter how crude it is, after we develop it, is a process. They will tell you, no, we need already made from Dubai. They will tell you, no. Bible says we have to eat the good things of this world. Therefore, this is not the old time. You say, no, let us start working hard. We will improve. No. This is not the type of Biafra we want to restore. Flag independence, whereby idiots will be imposed on us in the guise of educated people. People that studied in University of Columbia, a PhD, 5 PhDs. No, that is not what we want. We only want people with common sense, that we take Biafra as all and all, number one, as our number one ideology, our number one identity, number one religion. Every other thing comes as secondary. That is why we are doing what we are doing. They dispersed us. They separated us using different types of techniques and politics. But here we are uniting ourselves, because the first thing to solution is to identifying the problem. That is why when you are sick, or you have for example, your temperature is high temperature. You don't just go to medicine, buy medicine, no, because there might be many causes of that high temperature, body high temperature. You will go to diagnose, for diagnosis, so that it will pinpoint and find out what is the problem. Do you understand? And once you identify the problem, there you go. Now you start preferring the solution. Here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has identified our numerous problems, and we continue identification and solutions. That is it. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is who we are. It's our identity. It's our ideology. We have no other country except Biafra, because without Biafra we have no country. We are just stateless people. You understand? If you look around during the South Sudan's war, they call them the lost boys anywhere they are. Lost boys of South Sudan. People without a country. But today they have a country. So, we are just like orphans. I'm telling you. Stateless people that no person cares for. They can kill us. They can destroy our properties in Lagos. They can kill us at will. And when you talk, they say, no, why are you talking? Why are you crying? Why are you, no, you are an ethnic bigot. Why are you saying so? They speak grammar on you. Because we have no backup, no government, no nationality. Nigeria is killing us. But everything that has beginning must have an end. Transatlantic slavery that took up to 4 centuries. Oh, it doesn't matter the time it stopped. Therefore, we must continue working towards our focus, making the world to understand our travails, because we will never continue dying in silence. That is why you have to tweet. You have to continue in making this worldwide phone call campaign, as if our life depends on it, because we continue fighting, and that is the fight. Be part of what we are doing. join hands together with IPOB in doing what we are doing. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, together with Mazi Joe Agafe, it is simply
the land of the rising sun is a home of the Biafrans. The fire of the eastern land is a promised land. Biafra, the rising sun. Biafra. Chukwu okike abịama onye jiri mmiri siri ike kwa aja were aja siri ike kwa mmadụ. Asị m na taata bụ ụbọchị eke n'ala Igbo. Asị m na eke ga-eketara Nnamdi Kanu ndụ, eke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe, oke ga-eketara ya ndụ, oke ga-eketara ya Biafra, oke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe, oke ga-ekegburu ya ndị iro, kegburu ya ajọ mmadụ na ajọ mmụọ. Asị m na mbọsọ ga-apụta ekwesị ga-anọ n'ụra, ndị ilo ya ga-anọ n'ụla. Ọ kwara ekwe osu. Asị m gịnị bụ ekwe osu? Asị m na mbọsọ ga-apụta ya bụ ndị iro ga-anọ n'ụra. Ọha bụ ndị ọha maọbụ ekwesu. Asị m na ha ncha ga-anọ n'ụra. Na Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube. Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube. Asị m na ọnụ kwụrụ njọ n'isi a ga-atụgharịkwọ mma. Asị m obodo igbu Nnamdi Kanu bụ onwe ya. Onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị adị ndụ, onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri. Onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta, onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri. Ọnụ niile kọrọ ogiri ọnụ ga-akọrọ ogiri lacha. Osisi abụla oturu ga-emeche wee kwele. Onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta, asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee kwuo ya dịka ejikwa ya wee kwugharịa mma n'isi ya. Asị m na ebe onye ahụ na-atụ maazị Nnamdi Kanu aga-asị m aka gị ga-akpọnwụ. Osisi ahụ fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu wee tọọ nkwe, asị m ikuku futuo gị. Anya ọbụla fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu kwawa akwa alịla, asị m alịla akọrọ ya n'anya. Onye fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu cheta ihe gburu nwa ya, ihe gburu nwa ya gbuo ya, maka na ọ bụrụ ya gburu nwa gị. Chukwu okike abịama, asị m na mbelede nyiri dike belede ka o ji amawa dike. Asị m na okirikiri ka a na-agba ukwu ose, ọ dadị ukwu ose enu. Na okirikiri ka ndị iro ga-agba Nnamdi Kanu mana ha ama mkpata ya aka. Ọ sị na nkirikiri ka ọ na-ekiri odido jiri odido enyi ozu. Na ọkwanụ nkirikiri ka ndị iro ga na-ekiri ya mana ha ama mfụ ya anya. Asị m na eje anaba isi ije. Asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-eje na ọ ga-ana. Asị m na inye anaghị eri ọba maka na inye n'ọba bụ nwanne.
inye agaghị eli Nnamdi Kanu maka na ọ bụ nwa a sị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-adị ka echi na echi anaghị agwụ agwụ maka na ije ejere bụ ije mmiri ọ bụla eje nkụ a sị na ya bụ ije ga-abụ ije mmiri a sị m na ọ ga-anata n'udo a sị m na ọ ga-abata sirili welere a sị m na unu ga-aga kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu a sị m unu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu ga-tụnye ugo ga-nye ya mmeri ga-nye ya mmeri ga-nye ya mmeri tụnye ugo n'elu ugo nye ike n'elu ike nye ya ndụ n'elu ndụ ọkwanụ ndụ ka o ji efu n'efufe unu nye Nnamdi Kanu ndụ onwe ike wee kwụrụ jinjin onwe ike wee kwụrụ wee fuo n'ofufe a sị na ya kara ka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ ihe mere ha ji jide Nnamdi Kanu bụ ka ha nwee ike wee megide ndị Igbo ka ha nwee ike megide ụmụ Biafra ka ha nwee ike wee kwuchi anyị ọnụ ka ha nwee ike wee kachi anyị ọnụ ka anyị ghara ikwu okwu ọzọ mana ama m na dododo Chukwu okike abịa ma ndị nwa na ndị nwe mmiri ndị nwe ikuku ndị nwe anyanwụ mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ mmụọ niile ọ kwafọrọ ọbara ha n'ike maka ihi Biafra a sị m unu binyenu asị m unu dododo na ọkwa na unu bụ ihe nwe ike a ọkwa na unu ga-eji ọgụ mmụọ ọkwa na unu ga-aga bụori ahịa ọkwa na unu ga-aga napụta ya maka na ihe ọ tinyere unu n'aka anaghị ele ule asị m dododo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo asị m unu binye maka na onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị aṅụ mmiri onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị eri nnu nnu bụ ihe ụtọ si na mmiri wee pụta onye ọbụla na-eri ihe na-eri ihe dị na mmiri onye na-asa arụ ji mmiri asa arụ onye ọbụla na-eme ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme ji mmiri eme ya asị m ihe ọbụla mmadụ na-eme n'ụwa mmiri ọ na-ebubu ụzọ asị m onye ọbụla kpọrọ mmiri asị na mmiri a ga-agbagbu ya asị m onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye ọbụla mmiri na-awụsa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye ọbụla mmiri na-emesa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya onye na-aṅụ mmiri na-eli nnu asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee lie nnu wee ṅụọ mmiri na ị ga-eji akwa okwu ọma n'isi Nnamdi Kanu n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ama.
My sister, good morning. Oh, good morning. See, they have demolished my house. I was in the hospital. They just told me that they have started demolishing our house. They are demolishing the whole street. Oh, they just come and started demolishing. They are demolishing everywhere. They are demolishing. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, I could not bring out my property. I could not bring out my documents. They are demolishing everywhere. They are demolishing everywhere. Oh, the whole building, the whole house, they are demolishing. Oh, Rossville at Ajawo Estate. Rossville at Ajawo Estate. Oh, they are demolishing everywhere. Rossville Street at Ajawo Estate. See them, oh, they came with two caterpillars. See them. Demolition everywhere. I could not bring out anything from my house. Oh, I could not bring anything out. Oh.